And we live, Chiefs Kingdom. Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Kast. Is your host, formerly known as Bad Luck Chuck. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share all social media platforms. Watch us on Twitter. Please hit the retweet and like button and share to everybody that you know. We're here for the post game. Another tough loss. Chiefs dropped one to the Eagles, 20-17. Had many opportunities to win that game, but all kinds of mistakes bit us in the butt in the end. And I was just upset, you know what I'm saying? But I got my guy Country on the right here. I was just upset, man, watching the game because I knew we was gonna lose the game. That's not that. I just wanted a better product on the field, and I did not get that. And I'm sick and tired of watching an in-depth offense on the field. We should not be having an in-depth offense with Patrick Mahomes. We should not be having Patrick Mahomes carry the weight on his shoulders every week. Somebody else got to step up. And Travis, you out here yelling at everybody. You out here yelling at coaches. You out here yelling at your teammates. And yet, I'm seeing your butt not running your route all the way in the fourth quarter, stopping the route and causing you to not get to the spot. We had to kick a field goal against the Chargers. And today, for the second regular season matchup in a row against the Eagles, you drop a pass in the fourth quarter, which caused it to be an interception. Travis, I understand you're a leader of this team, one of the leaders. But you may want to fall back a little bit. You may want to look at yourself in the mirror. You get paid too much money to be dropping the passes in crunch time. You're doing that CD Lamb bull crap as far as tight ends, bro. You got to step it up. You need to get your act together, bro. It's ridiculous. And I'm sorry. I don't care what y'all say. The coaching staff is not all the way together either. I'm sorry. I don't think everybody's attending on the meetings. That's what it looks like for me watching this product on the field. I'm sorry. And I'm tired of seeing wide receivers constantly running into each other on some of these plays. I'm not used to seeing that. Like when Patrick Mahomes first got here, guys were running into each other like this. Guys didn't have all these communication problems. Like all this miscommunication problems is starting to get worse, bro. Like we trending downwards. This is not a good product. We can't keep winning like this. It's been going on for 2 years. We can't do this another year, dog. Teams are getting better. And right now, we're in for unfamiliar territory. We 0-2. We haven't seen 0-2 in quite some time. I think since Andy Reid's first year here with the Chiefs.
2014.
Correct. So we just gotta get our act together, bro. Like, I'm not seeing the accountability. I'm not seeing the accountability with this team. I'm just not.
You did have us losing this game, though, right?
I did, but I just wanted a better product, bro. I didn't get that. If we lost and I saw a better product out there, I saw guys actually be on point as far as communicating on both sides of the ball, I would have been all right with it. I saw a terrible product, a crappy product out there, dog. We almost didn't score a point in the second half. Like, even Patrick Mahomes is not hitting the deep ball, like not hitting wide open deep passes like he used to. We are trending in the wrong way. And we need to get our act together. Simple as that. What you got on the Country?
I'm gonna let D-Mac get his off too. So
No, Country, please go ahead. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
No, I need to collect my thoughts first. You go ahead first.
I don't, man. I'm not as mad as Chuck is. I'm not as upset as y'all. I don't know why. I think they fought hard. I think the energy was there early. It was some mistakes. Yeah, teams make mistakes. Harrison Butker missed the kick. Travis Kelce dropped the easy touchdown, go-ahead score touchdown. Shit happens. But I think they brought more fight. I think the communication was way better than it was the first game. The offense is going to look bad because everybody is hurt. Nobody's doing nothing. Everybody mad at Travis. Travis was old last year. You don't get magically younger because a year went past. So I don't understand. Like the same thing y'all was mad about last year, same thing. So I don't get I get being upset. I don't get the vitriol and the upset. It's kind of crazy to me, but I think they fought hard, bro. I'm not worried. I was encouraged by a lot of things today. So I know I'm gonna get the optimistic. I'm that guy, and it's whatever. I don't give a damn. That don't mean nothing to me. I'm not. I like solutions. So give me solutions, and we can move on from there. If you just bitching just to bitch, cool. That's cool with me too. But I prefer solution based stuff.
And we're gonna
They beat themselves.
and we're gonna get there. And listen, I'm sorry, the vitriol is warranted. It is warranted. You want to know why I feel like it's warranted?
Why?
Because, bro, we had all this time.
Explain to me why.
Again, I want to reiterate.
Bro, if you say Matt Nagy, we can end this show right now. Please give me everything but that. Please don't say that to me right now.
Bro, because you don't
tell me something else. Tell me something real, bro. Tell me something real. I need to hear something real.
You the first one to bring up Matt Nagy. How are you gonna bring him up?
Because I already know where you're going, bro. I want to hear something real.
Okay, but why?
I want to hear something real.
Why'd you bring him up already? Because you don't.
Because I already know you, nigga. I'm just saying I want to hear something real.
You don't want to hear the truth. We trending downwards on offense for a reason, bro. We doing it for a reason. And I'm not saying it's just him. Big Red, he ain't holding them accountable either, dog. I feel like Big Red's not doing his job either.
Jesus Christ.
Like we letting this go on for too long, dog. We were not this crappy in the red zone as an offense till the final 2 years.
So what's the difference?
He was not this crappy scoring.
What's the difference, dog? What's the difference? What's the difference?
What you mean? What's the difference?
Nick, what's the difference? Bro, you keep talking about it's a big ass difference. What is it? What is it?
What the difference is right now?
What is it? What is the difference, bro? What is the difference?
Have you been listening to what
I'm asking you right now what the difference is.
Oh my!
Do you got an answer?
I gave you answers. I gave you answers to begin the show. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Are you been paying attention?
Yes, man, I've been paying attention to this silly rant. I'm blaming Matt Nagy, even though Andy Reid called all the damn plays.
That's when we was most successful on offense.
Bruh, who was the running back when we had? Who was the running back when we had Eric Bieniemy? Who was the running back? Who was the running back when we had Eric Bieniemy?
In the beginning, it was young Kareem Hunt in the beginning.
Young Kareem Hunt. Before that, you had Jamal Charles, you had Damian Williams, you had Darrell Williams, you had a host of different running backs. You complain about Pacheco every day. They don't have no good running backs now. So you want the same results with worse players.
Okay, well,
it ain't the same. You had a young Travis Kelce. Is young Travis Kelce walking through the door right now?
Well, Travis Kelce still one of the best tight ends in football.
Oh, now Travis Kelce still one of the best.
You getting paid too much money to
come on, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
We counting on to make clutch plays.
Your argument is just whack, man. Your argument is whack, bro. It don't hold up, bro.
People from making
that shit don't hold up.
They should be held accountable more, dog.
Who supposed to hold them accountable, Chuck?
Huh? Who's supposed to? The coaching staff. Somebody in that room got to hold them accountable.
All right, and who's the main man on the coaching staff, bro? Who's the main man on the coaching staff?
That is one.
Who is the man?
I just mentioned Andy Reid.
But the problem is
thank you. Now, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Matt Nagy needs to do it too. It needs to be the collective.
No, he's not. He's not, bro.
I'm not getting that.
You're not getting there, bro. We don't blame the government and go, oh, goddamn, JD Vance, do something. We talk to Trump, bro. We don't talk to the second in command. Who blames the second in command?
CJ, I don't know. Like,
I don't blame Dame Dash and Jay. Bro, I don't blame Blige for Rockefeller collapsing. I blame James Dash and Jay-Z. I go to the man. You keep going to the second in command. Who cares? That argument is silly, bro. That's just silly.
I'm gonna cover myself.
Hey, please.
Damn, that just sounds stupid, man.
If I could interject here, let me get some positives out of the way because I need to for my own mental health and sanity. So the positives, the defense showed the fight that I needed to see from them. I will say that. They actually acted like they gave a damn and wanted to go out there and compete, and I'm proud to see that. They had the rookies out there. Noel Williams played a good game. I'll be interested to watch it. I'll be interested to watch it back on tape as well to see how well of his game he played in coverage as well. I thought Omar Norman Lott, did some things. I'll go back and watch him and Ashton Gelati for their pass rush snaps. The pass rush with 4 was anemic, so I'm not expecting to see too much, but at least they hustled out there, which was nice to see. And obviously Omar got the fun sack of Hurts. Offensive line was fine. Again, fine. I don't think good would be the word. I think they gave up pressure at times a little bit too easily. Trey got beat by Jalen Carter at least once. Jawan got beat when Mahomes was trying to escape for a sack. I saw a quick loss from Kingsley at least once, so we'll go back on tape and we'll go look through that. But I thought offensive line generally was okay. It gave Mahomes enough time. The reality situation is nobody was open. I will say they didn't do a good job at blitz pickup, and that's one thing they have to pay attention to. Vic did a nice job switching up his game plan to be able to attack him. So Mahomes tried to put him on the back. He tried as best he could. Shout out to Nico for a nice catch on that last drive. Obviously, Taekwon, had the deep shot that went through his hands, but again, caught the other one, which was important. Mahomes did miss him earlier on that last drive too. So that's the positives. The negatives. So I'm going to start from the top because I think that's the best way to attack this.
So you starting at Matt Nagy when you say you're starting from the top?
I'm country if I could.
Okay, can you finish this point?
Country,
can you finish? Now we don't want to. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, D-Man.
So my issues with Andy Reid's scheme have continued to exist. And the issue is when you don't have your wide receivers, the things that normally you would do is get under center, run some heavy personnel stuff, try and create some play action passes, and then, create some explosives off of that. Reality is this team does not practice that enough. They don't drill it. They don't make it an emphasis. They don't make it an identity the same way teams that you see like a Minnesota or a San Francisco or a Rams, or obviously I'm naming kind of the Shanahan guys, or even you would say even Colts, because they make it an identity to be able to get under center and use the play action pass accordingly. They just don't. They don't drill it to be able to do those things, or the Lions for that matter. I'll point them out too. And that places limitations on what your offensive scheme can do, particularly when you don't have the outside talent. You need really good wide receivers to make Andy Reid's scheme work. That is the reality of the situation. Ideally, you'd also have a dynamic back, but, that's the limitations. You prefer at least the wide receivers, which they do have. Just the reality of the situation, they don't have those wide receivers right now. In addition, obviously, Jalen Rose being out, which hurts a little bit. Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy are just needed badly for this offense to work. And so it's going to continue to look bad on a consistent basis until then. And so to you guys' specific argument, though, which is, again, very entertaining, the whole who's going to hold people accountable. And that's where I actually do want to talk about it kind of in a macro sense and in a micro sense. I had an issue, as we discussed on post game last week, with Drew Tranquil and Travis Kelce yelling at their teammates. And I understand Chris Jones lost containment on that play. We had arguments about it, et cetera, et cetera. I understand Jawan Taylor had a terrible penalty game last week. I completely get it. But nobody in that game outside of 15 had a leg to stand on and said, I played a good enough game that I can publicly embarrass my teammates because I think that they got something wrong. Nobody in that game had that right to do so. Nobody on that roster. Travis Kelce, you need to look in the fucking mirror and ask yourself if you want to play football anymore. That's a reality situation. You have taken 11 points off the board in the last 2 weeks, and you have taken out the number 2 wide receiver on this team that they badly need to make Andy Reid's offense work. Your lack of attention to detail is abhorrent at this point. You cannot continue to hurt this team with those negative plays. You have to look in the mirror and ask yourself if you want to continue to play football. And if you do, cut down on the mistakes. Don't go yelling at Jawan Taylor just because he makes a mistake. Go and fix yours, and then you can start holding your teammates accountable. And to answer your question, Country, yes, this is where this team, in my opinion, does miss Matt Nagy. I had these same question marks about Andy Reid's scheme earlier when it was Eric Bieniemy at offensive coordinator, but I never had to question who was going to be able to hold them accountable in that coaching staff. Yes, Andy Reid does do it from time to time, but Eric Bieniemy is the type of coach that stays on your ass every single minute of every single day. And you need that balance on the coaching staff. And this coaching staff does not have somebody in the room to go over and do that. That's the reality of the situation. They don't. That is where this team misses Eric Bieniemy. That's where I thought that they were going to continue to miss Eric Bieniemy where he's left, and they haven't been able to replace that accountability on the coaching staff since then. And that's been a disgusting point for me.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Who cares if you held accountable if the talent ain't the same?
I absolutely do care. I care. It matters.
Who cares?
I care. I care.
Bro, I'm saying.
No, country. You asked me the question. Allow me to answer the question. I do care because if I have to hear, hey,
no, I'm talking about.
Country. Allow me to answer your question. If I have to hear, and again, God bless him. He is an all-time Chiefs Mount Rushmore type of player. If I have to hear him on New Heights say, I got to be better for my brothers, I'm going to blow a gasket. I don't want to hear you say it into a microphone. I don't care. I don't want to hear you yell at your teammates and publicly embarrass them. I want you to go out there and fix the fucking mistakes because it's inexcusable. 11 points in 2 games is inexcusable. You cannot have that. You can't. Never mind the fact that you got bench pressed by Derwin James that took out this team's needed second weapon as far as Xavier Worthy was concerned. You need him out there, and you took him out. So you've got to wear that. And I don't want to hear it. 35-year-old tight end shouldn't be carrying the offense. He wouldn't have to if he didn't pay attention to the details and be able to actually get out of Xavier Worthy's way and not hit him. He did. To answer your question, country, I care about who's holding guys accountable because nobody on this team outside of 15 has a leg to stand on to do to be able to do so. And if they can't do it, then somebody on the coaching staff has to. And right now, Andy Reid's not going to be enough to do it because it's not his disposition. Eric Bieniemy was the bad cop in the room to do it on a consistent basis.
And you want to know why I think the talent and stuff is a little overblown to me? Because I saw us win the Super Bowl with lesser talent than what we have right now, arguably. The details were there. The details were on point.
Rookie Rashee Rice was better than anything we got in the wide receiver room right now.
Yeah.
That's and Travis Kelce was better as well.
That's my point. It's what's that? When we beat the Eagles a few years ago.
20. I mean, Juju was better than we have right now. And then Travis Kelce was still an all-pro player.
Yeah,
so but the talent was better.
But you know who was in that wide receiver room, right?
Yeah, I mean, but Juju was better than Juju. Juju in 2022 was better than Hollywood Brown in this version of Juju.
Yeah, but besides that, you can't say anybody else. You can't say MVS is better.
That's a big deal to have Travis Kelce, who's an all-pro, and Juju, who is better. That's a big deal. But my issue, my issue is the fact that you need wide receivers to make this offense work, and until you get wide receivers, it's not going to work. And MVS was actually playing better, from that perspective in 2022 to 2023.
My point is that Eric Bieniemy got the best out of whatever talent was there, bro. That's my point.
I think that he did that,
talent, and I'm not getting that with Matt Nagy. I
think a lot of that had to do with the accountability everybody brought to the table, not necessarily anything scheme-wise.
Exactly, bro.
But I also do think that there was better talent in 2022 than what we have right now. I think both of those things are true.
But here's the thing. What does the offensive coordinator do during the week with the head coach? He helps him with the game plan, right? He helps him with play design and stuff, right?
It doesn't matter, though.
Eric
Bieniemy and Matt Nagy are both yes men as far as that's concerned. You talk about, hey, do they run the ball a little bit more? Yeah, but it's not like it was incredibly more effective in 2022. No, it wasn't.
But we put more emphasis on that, though. And our offense was like, we kept defenses honest with that, bro.
We did it because we felt great about the passing game. We don't feel great about the passing game right now. There wasn't anything revolutionary that we were doing in 2022 that was different schematically than we were doing now. The reality situation is teams had to account for our wide receivers in a way that they don't. Or I should say our wide receivers and Travis Kelce in a way that they don't.
I disagree because I'm seeing I haven't seen receivers run into each other this much during this era of Chiefs football.
Well,
two guys being in the wrong area at times, and Hollywood has to adjust his route. Like we should have been behind instead of running in front of Travis Kelce on that crossing route that caused us to be short. And we had to go for it on 4th and 1.
I agree with that, but these guys are playing in positions in which they are inexperienced in doing so. That is also a piece of it too. That's a problem. You're throwing guys out there that haven't necessarily continued to play and shouldn't have been counted on for these number of snaps. So that's a problem. And they didn't get drilled during training camp to be in this specific spot on a consistent basis because you thought you were going to have Xavier Worthy throughout the first part of the season. And obviously the entirety of the training camp, you had Rashee Rice during your. So it's the unfortunate byproduct of Rashee Rice being suspended, Xavier Worthy being hurt. And that's really tough. In the microscopic aspect of this game specifically, and this isn't, in my opinion, this isn't an offensive coordinator thing. This isn't a head coach thing. It's not an Andy Reid thing. It's not a Brett Veach thing. We'll talk about the Brett Veach aspect of it too. Travis Kelce, you can't kill us like that. You cannot. You can't drop a ball on the goal line that turns into 7 points. Just like you stopped running your route last week that turned 7 points into 3 points. You can't have those mistakes when you are on the razor's edge of trying to score points because your offense only functions with wide receivers that you don't have. You can't do that. You can't kill us like that. And you have to ask yourself, are you in the right mental headspace? Because it's not a talent thing. He doesn't all of a sudden forget how to drop the ball. It's a mental focus aspect of it. Are you in the right mental headspace to be out there? Because if you're not, then don't be out there. I'm sorry. We can't do it. I can't have it.
And another thing, man, like with our run game, like I'm sorry, we for a second there, I thought Patrick Mahomes was going to get 100 yards rushing as a quarterback. That's what it looked like, dog. And that's the thing that's just sickening, bro. Like I said it. Like I was in agreement with some people. Like, look, we probably should address running back more seriously this offseason. I was with that. And we probably gonna have no choice after this season. I mean, we got no choice. I mean, we have to do that after this season, dog. Because
I didn't like the shots.
What running back?
They should have brought in Javonte Williams. They should have. You wasted $3 million on an old Elijah Mitchell when you could have had a shot on. Hey, this guy's coming off an injury. He came off an injury 2 years ago. Maybe he's all the way back to him, and you could have given him the same amount of money and gave him a shot. But you didn't. You went with the Elijah Mitchell route, and he's been cooked. So, I mean, yeah, I'd like to have a better running back, but like the problem is this. Even if we had a better running back, it's not all of a sudden going to change our scheme. The issue with the run game is the fact that it's not married to the pass game on a consistent basis. If you have the ability to get under center and do those things and then make it off the play action pass, then you put the defense in real conflict. We don't do that. We run from shotgun, outside zone, inside zone, little counters that go back and take 10 years to hand the ball off. There's nothing to the run game that helps you. Nothing whatsoever. There's no trap plays. There's no pullers, which is disgusting because we have the athletes to do that. There's no pin pull. Nothing creative about the run game on a consistent basis because you're not under center to do so. So yeah, I would love to have a better running back for sure, Chuck. And like that little swing pass that Kareem had a one-on-one with DeJean and he got cut down. Yeah. Maybe a more athletic running back can make a difference there. That's where those guys can show up. And I want to see Brashard Smith specifically play those snaps for that reason. But it doesn't matter. It's not going to change your run game because your run game schematically is very simple. There is nothing. You can dress it up. You can put all the food coloring you want to. It's still going to be the same shit. Like it's the same thing, man. It doesn't matter. So the scheme isn't changing in my opinion. So I'm not going to get upset about the running back. I can get upset with the guys not making the simple plays within the offense that are the biggest issues. And Travis Kelce can't drop that ball. Now the offense is going to continue to be a slog for the rest of that we're out Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice, and then hopefully we get those guys back and hopefully they stay on the field, and then we could talk about it changing. But until then, it's going to be ugly.
My point is that we can't win with Patrick Mahomes being the leading rusher on his team. We can't. That's not.
We've done it before. It's just
you should have won today.
We can win.
Patrick Mahomes being the leading rusher.
We can win that way. It's just Mahomes has to be able to throw to wide receivers in addition to that. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, that too. Because Patrick definitely missed some. He missed some reads today too. He wasn't all the way perfect either. He redeemed himself at the end with Tyquan there after missing him a few plays earlier. But there was times when they sent a blitz at Patrick and Juju was running across the middle of the field wide open in the second quarter. Like Patrick, you gotta be able to recognize that. Like you gotta be able to see that and hit Juju hot right there. That's just some of the things that this is a few mistakes that Patrick made, but other than that, man, it was just a horrible product today. It was just horrible.
It was a horrible product, and they only lost by 3.
But we lost.
That's the difference, man. It's the difference in winning and losing. It's a game of inches.
I'm just ticked off. I mean, I'm still ticked off at Travis because this, for the second time in a row in this regular season matchup.
Jesus Christ,
Kevin. Dog. You do the same thing, man, in the fourth quarter.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Justin. Yeah, go ahead.
Did y'all notice George Karlaftis at all today?
One time when he was getting held, but other than that,
so he's been a complete waste of money.
It don't look great.
He's been a complete waste of money, and people got mad at me because he hustles, he makes hustle sacks, he's got this many playoff sacks eating off of Chris Jones's attention, yada yada yada. People got mad at me when I said that was an overpay. It wasn't overpay. He hasn't been worth it. So we'll see if that changes, but. And we could talk about this as well. I know that I just made the point about the wide receivers. Everybody and their moms wants us to trade for Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry. I don't need another old weapon with off the field issues on his team. I just don't. I don't need that. He looks cooked in Miami, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm good. I don't need that in my life. You know what you need? You need to go call about Bradley Chubb because you need a pass rush. And you damn sure ain't finding it on this team outside of Chris Jones right now.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch that game today. I mean, Tyreek finally broke 100 yards for the first time in a while, but yeah, I'm with you. Like, we don't need Tyreek right now. We just need to get healthy. And also, man, D-Mac, am I tripping, or does Spags even run stunts with the front four whenever they just do sit?
No, he runs he doesn't. It's not he does what he does. He runs blitz packages and sim pressures to be able to break down pass protections. He does not do anything really creative as far as attacking gaps and being able to stunt. That's not something that he does that.
He's probably got to incorporate that. Maybe that can help out the D line a little bit.
That's like asking Andy to get under center and run the ball. I don't expect that to change. That's not changing.
So we're just gonna stay stagnant for this entire season.
We got Spags and Andy, man. These are our coaches. And again, when you have wide receivers and you got a pass rush, I mean, it works. But if you don't, then you're stuck. And again, I said this before the game, you're stuck playing 2020, 2019, to really 2020, 2021 Spags defense of, hey, we're just going to hope that we can get you the 3rd and long, and then we're just going to cover zero this shit out and hope that you can make it. And fortunately for us, at least today, Jalen Hurts is such a limited-ass quarterback that he couldn't do it with fucking all-pro wide receiver A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, except for one Hail Mary ball down the right side of the line, fortunately. But you're going to play other teams that can do much better than that. We're going to, like, Russ throwing that deep ball to Malik Neighbors. You run cover zero, all he's going to do is chuck the ball deep to Malik Neighbors in one-on-one coverage, and Malik's probably going to win that 70% of the time. So that's not going to be helpful for you. God forbid if they run a stop route against cover zero, they cook there because you can't keep up with that.
Yeah.
You know what Lamar Jackson is going to do if you run cover zero and all he has to do is hit Zay Flowers on a slant? Please. It's not even close. It was after that Jags. Well, no, the Jags are broken, so I guess maybe we'll be fine there. Yeah, D-Hop, he'll probably catch it too, since apparently he turned back the clock and found his hands. The Lions, they're going to pick apart cover zero like it's nobody's business. So it's against, funny enough, against better offenses, which is funny to say about the Eagles. It's not going to fly, but that's the world you got to live in, which I, again, to say, this team will be lucky to be 2-4 when they get Rashee Rice back. And hopefully from then on, they'll be able to find enough offense to make up for what is going to be Russian roulette on defense.
It looks spooky because, like, really, most of the third downs that the Eagles converted, I mean, it was basically from the tush push. And this brings me to my next topic because they got to officiate that a lot better. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's a whole thing. I don't even want to talk about it, but they continue to allow the Eagles to get away with the neutral zone infraction of having both their guards there and the false start. It's so stupid. I actually, and I've long said, I do not like banning a play for competitive reasons. I actually hope they ban it because they don't referee it well. If you referee it fairly, then you can keep it in. But if you're not going to referee it well on both sides, then go ahead and ban it because it's dumb. You can't have guys lining up on the line of scrimmage in the neutral zone. That is against the rules. You can't do that. But
that's what I was getting to. That play. And that's what I was getting to, bro. Because as a defense, you can't even go low. I didn't know in the rule book you can't even go low to try to stop that type of play. Like, if the defense is going to be limited on stopping that play too, like, shoot, ban it, or do a better job officiating, or give the defense a chance to at least go low, try to be the low man.
By the way, I saw this tweet earlier, and it goes with what KT just said. Sneak the damn ball with Patrick Mahomes, bro. This man's out here putting his life on the line.
They scary, man.
Anyway,
they scary,
the ball. It's so stupid. You continue to ask him to do everything and take hit after hit because you can't create the wide receiver separation. You refuse to get under center to create a real offense from that perspective. Sneak the damn ball. You got lucky that Kareem Hunt was able to jump through on that one fullback dive. Going for that fourth down and hitting him those 3 points, and then to do the little full house sweep left, like Nolan Smith isn't going to destroy your pulling guard like he does to every pulling guard because he plays like he's 290 pounds.
That was an awful play.
Decision. And again, if you're going to freaking run it on fourth down, then run the ball on third down out of spread and give yourself a chance when the defense has some conflict. Now, when you're in this condensed formation and everybody is in there and they know what you're going to do, that only works if you're sneaking the ball.
Yeah, like you show power, and then you go to the perimeter on that. Like, so that was awful. It
was. I will say this as well. In addition to my general feelings about Andy Reid in the scheme, the play calling to date was god awful. Just putrid, terrible on offense. I was disgusted watching it. I mean, it's so annoying to watch how limited this offense is while you watch other teams be able to create so many different ways to attack defenses and put them into conflict. And again, Andy Reid is a really good coach, man. He's very good. And he's awesome at the CEO stuff, but he refuses to innovate, man. He refuses to innovate, and it's so frustrating year after year. And I've said this. I said this multiple times over the years. I think I said it at some point during the summer. The only thing that's ever going to change is if 15 looks around and says, "Hey guys, man, I gotta get some help. You got to bring in something new, something fresh. I can't be going out here dealing with this scheme and putting it on my back and my shoulders, watching all these other quarterbacks eat off the benefits of having these creative schemes be put out there. You got to go out and find some people that can bring that scheme here." And I'm not saying to fire Andy Reid. I'm saying Andy needs to go out and hire some of those guys to refresh the way in which he attacks defenses, in my opinion. And it's not going to happen until 15 does it, because the only person in the entire organization that has more power than Andy Reid is 15. The Brett Veach thing, he's missed on some picks. I continue to say specifically the FAU pick that you got to look at ownership and Spags, because ownership said that you can't trade out of the pick, which he probably would have. And Nate Taylor has talked about that pick was staying no matter what. And you can look at Spags that told the FAU to put extra weight on, and he never was able to show the explosiveness that got a Big 12 Defense Player of the Year. You can point to other missed picks. Obviously, the Sky Moore thing, like people always talk about that, but you took your swings at wide receiver and you went 2 for 3. You know, it is what it is. CEH, but that's been long gone. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor would be nice, but, you know, you got enamored with what he did in that offense, and that was a mistake, but that's what Andy Reid wanted. So my issues, I have some issues with Brett Veach, but my big issue with Brett Veach, I think, comes down to the ways in which he has his hands tied behind his back, because Spags refuses to play pass rushers that they go and get. We saw Josh Uche had himself another good game where he made some splash plays. Spags refused to play him. I tell you what, Josh Uche would be the best edge rusher that this team could have right now. He's better than George Karlaftis getting after the passer. That's a point-blank period fact. And anybody that tells you otherwise is lying to you so you can feel good as a Chiefs fan. He's better than Charles Omenihu. He's better than Mike Dana, better than Asher Gelati. He would be the best edge rusher on this team right now. And look, we had him here. Spags refused to play him. And that's just one example of how Veach has his hand tied by his back because of this offense and this defensive scheme being limited. So, I have some blame for Veach, but I have more for Andy Reid because he's the head of the offense, and I have more for Spags because he's the head of the defense. And yes, Eric Bieniemy would be nice to hold these guys accountable, but he's not changing the scheme because that's what Andy Reid wants to do.
And side note, Zadarius Smith, he got a half sack on us today. No new acquisition.
Should have been here too. And I said it since August. I said it since before August. So Zadarius Smith should have been in the edge room. He should have been in the edge room. You saw it today. He plays with physicality. He plays the game like Spags would want, but I guess for some reason they're opposed to it. for whatever reason, they stopped, bringing in the veteran guy that they liked, the Terrell Suggs or the Carlos Dunlap, to be able to help them. I guess Melvin Ingram ruined that for them. He could have been perfect to be able to play. He would be the best edge rusher on this team too. Man, it's Darius Smith or Josh Uche, and both those guys are making a combined $4 million for the Eagles, maybe, and got them off the street for nothing because we refused to get better on that aspect because Spags didn't want them.
Yeah, and you want to know another thing? You mentioned Brett Veach, right? After the season, man, I know Andy Reid be loving these speed, small wide receivers at times. I know that's part of his thing as far as like fitting the West Coast offense, whatever. But dog, I need another guy like Rashee Rice.
Royals, I was gonna say Royals isn't that type of guy. He is more of the quote unquote ball winner. Some people were mad that he did that a little bit too much as far as Utah State was concerned. He just hasn't played enough. So that's unfortunate.
Right.
So, I agree with you. It would be nice to have another ball winner out there.
Cause bro, like these DBs, they punking the hell out of our small receivers, dog. Like, cause you saw early in the game. I mean, shout out to Hollywood. I mean, he did his thing today. He got his work in, made some plays. But early on, you saw on the first possession on that third down, Patrick was looking at Hollywood all the way, but Cooper DeJean put him on his butt, and the play got blown up. So Patrick had no choice but to throw that.
And look, Hollywood's not supposed to be in that situation, and I hate to continue to harp on it, but he's not expected to do that. That's a Rashee Rice thing. That's what Rashee Rice should be out there to do, because Cooper DeJean can't put Rashee Rice on his ass. He doesn't have the strength to do so. Rashee Rice is strong enough to get through that. Hollywood and Xavier Worthy, but more so Hollywood in this specific case, is meant to be the Z guy, to be able to get out, have a free release, run those crossers, and just can't do it. And like, again, it sucks that we're in this position again, like last year, where the wide receivers, they just aren't in the place what they need to do for this offense to work. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Country, do you have anything to say?
Not a damn thing.
Why don't you have a damn thing to say?
That's what I'm saying. Why?
Y'all said enough. Okay.
So let me.
I'm sure you got more.
I'm doing a bad job as a host. Country, let me ask you this question. If you had to point out one significant disagreement with things that I said, forget Chuck for a second, with things that I said, where would you say you had a significant disagreement with things that I said? First thing that comes to mind. It doesn't have to be like some big thing. Just first thing that comes to mind.
I don't have no disagreement. I said, look, if Veach is bringing in the guys and he's not playing them, I can't blame Veach for that. If Spags is too stuck in his system, then I need solutions. I am solution based. I want solutions. I don't want to just come on here and bitch about it every week, or not bitch, or just complain, or just bring. It's like, yeah, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, but what do we do, and how do we fix it, and how do we move on? I don't like just coming around here just naming all the problems we got. I know all the problems we have.
That's fair.
How do we fix these issues?
What's the number one issue that you have right now with the team?
Pass rush is bad right now. Secondary played a lot better today. Noah Williams definitely played better than, I don't know what Christian Fulton is. That was a gamble anyway. But it's hard to judge them because they don't even – we haven't seen them at their full complement yet.
Well, so
we still haven't seen them at their full complement.
Well, let's take the pass rush. I know that they made the point that Mike Dana missed this game. He ain't adding shit as far as the pass rush is concerned. So to answer your question, as far as to fix it, I don't think that the answers are on the roster. You can play Ashton Gelati a little bit more. That'll help. He's a hustler. That helps. Nice. You played Leo Chanel a little bit more on the edge. That's cool. He lost contain a few times, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Omar Normalat. Didn't see a lot of explosiveness, but I'm going to reserve judgment on him and Ashton to an extent until I watch back. I noticed Charles Minhue with the one pressure that led to the sack, but it is what it is. He doesn't look like his old self. To answer your question.
Hold on. I said Stephen Gilmore's too old. Thank you. I didn't say Jadeveon Clowney's too old. Go ahead.
I still think Gilmore would be a solid corner for this team, but we can talk about that in a second. I would trade for Bradley Chubb if the Dolphins were willing to deal him there. Obviously, at 0-2, and it seems like things are going to blow up there. I don't know if they're willing to deal him. I don't know. That would be my unrealistic solution because it's not going to happen. But the more realistic one is, hey, you hope that Christian Wilkins is ready to give you something. If he's working back from that foot, and I would bring him in early and just say, hey, we're going to get you in this program early and just continue to allow you to work back, and hopefully we can get you back there because you've lost out, unfortunately, on Zadarius Smith and Jadainian County, who had chances to upgrade the 4-man pass rush. So my answer, I guess, would be him, because I don't see anybody else on free agency right now to fix his pass rush from that perspective. Secondary, like you said, I think played a little bit better. The Christian Fulton thing just sucks at this point. Nothing you can do about it. He's obviously not going to be able to be counted on to be a member of this team. I would personally bring in Stephon Gilmore, because Fuller signed somewhere, didn't he? Didn't Colin Fuller sign somewhere?
Yeah, Kendall Fuller's any back. Yeah, any
I
back.
forgot where he signed.
Any back with
probably. So I would sign Stephon Gilmore because you need an outside corner to go out instead of Jalen Watson and keep Trent McDuffie in the slot. And don't get me wrong, like Noah Williams can do some of that, but I wouldn't want to put that immediately on the rookie. So that would be my answer to the first two as far as the back end and the pass rush are concerned.
Yeah, I want to answer DJ Scratch question. I really didn't understand the onside kick because you had the 2-minute warning. Like, you possibly could have had them pinned down.
You give yourself 2 shots there to try and make something happen. It's really what it comes down to.
Yeah,
but hey, maybe you get really lucky on the onside kick, and if not, then hopefully you stop him. That's really
But my thing is this: like, I would have kicked it deep. I would have trusted just the 2-minute warning. You know what I'm saying? You would have had the crowd more behind you in that situation. I'm not saying it would have been guaranteed that we would have stopped them or anything, but I didn't get the strategy with that one. Like, playing hard the entire game. I would have trusted them a little more in that situation.
The strategy is just, hey, you give yourself multiple chances at doing the same thing, and it doesn't matter. It moderately matters as far as the field position is concerned, but that's not the most important thing. It's just trying to give yourself the most chances to get the ball back. Country, do you have a third issue? Or what's the third issue?
No, I don't have no issue.
No, I'm asking. I'm legitimately asking. You can't. The only 2 issues on this team are not just the pass rush and the coverage. Unless you think it is, in which case that's fine. But
no, I don't have no issues. I don't know what's wrong with them. We might as well quit. It's over. We cooked.
I mean, nobody said that. I don't know why you're acting.
I'm reading the comments. Boogie said it. Harold said it. Kevin said it. I'm over it, man. Fuck it. Who cares?
Well, I don't think
we win, we lose. Who cares?
I don't think the season's over with. I disagree with that significantly. I think this team can still win the division. I think this team can still make a run. They need their wide receivers healthy, and I think they need help on defense. Now, will the second part happen? We'll see. Probably not, but we'll see. And the first part, hey, we'll hope for the best.
I mean, this season just started. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just unfamiliar territory. This is just another thing we're going to have to check out.
It's really not, though. We've been here before, but then you can't say, well, you can't bring up the old team. It's not the same team.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone 3-4 to start a season and still made the AFC Championship game. We've gone, obviously 1-5 to start a season, still made the playoffs, still won double-digit games. So, like I said, I don't think the season's over with.
Yeah, like now, if this team, let's say this team starts out 1-5, like how they did when we made a run and made the playoffs and we beat the Texans in the wild card game, right? Let's say something like that happens, right? If we get like a 6 loss and it turns into 1-6, then it's like, okay, then all right, you can pretty much safe to say that the season's a wash. But right now we just getting started. But I know one thing, guys better pick it up. Guys better pick it up all across the nation.
Yeah, obviously. I think it is important to say though, like starting 1-5, let's say, say you only beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, for example. This team can beat the Raiders. I'm not scared of the fucking Commanders. They can beat the Commanders. Buffalo on the road, fine. Make that 6 losses if you so choose. You can beat Denver coming out of the bye. You can beat the Colts at home. You can beat Dallas on the road. You can beat Houston at at home. You could beat the Chargers at home. You could beat Tennessee on the road. You could beat Denver at home. You could beat the Raiders. So it's not like even a 1-5 start ends this team, in my personal opinion. So I'm not going to give up on them. That's just not my personal disposition. But I'm damn sure going to be very upset about the issues that they continue to show, in my opinion. And I know Country is doing his thing right now.
I'm saying that I don't see any new issues. I see the same issues y'all complained about last year. I see the same issues y'all complained about the year before that.
So should we not talk about them? So should we not talk?
You can talk about them. I'm just saying, but it ain't nothing new. We're not inventing the wheel here. Like, I seen them win despite that. I don't know. I'm just not as messed up about it as everybody else is. I don't understand. I don't understand.
So we shouldn't be upset that this team has the same issues.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I'm saying you can be upset. You can be upset. But the way that people are talking, the way that they upset, the vitriol behind it, all that, I'm like, why? I've seen all this before.
Why shouldn't
they? Seen it before.
Wait, when you see Travis Kelce drop an open touchdown or stop short of an open touchdown, and Harris Bucker miss a kick that he's getting paid to make, and the pass rushes that need making, like why wouldn't that be something that would come with vitriol? Well, what's the appropriate level of vitriol to have with that when you know that costs you a game?
It's like you just numb to it. You just know all this.
Yeah, I am. I'm just over the comments. I'm over it, but it's okay. Like I said,
I think that we should continue to talk about it until it gets better, or they win despite it. Because if you win despite it, like you did at times last year, cool. But the reality of the situation is, like I said after the Super Bowl, there are significant changes that need to be made. You got by with what it looked like last year, but the Eagles exposed all of that. So if you don't change anything and you have the same issues coming in this year, then yeah, I'm going to be pissed off about it. Because what did you do the entire offseason for? If not to try and change those things that got you embarrassed in front of 4 billion people. It wasn't 4 billion people, but like whatever it was that watched the Super Bowl. If that didn't spur the change, and in the same way I felt about the fact that after the Super Bowl that you didn't come out in week 1 with the right fire to beat that Chargers team, because if you brought half the fire that you brought tonight against the Eagles, against that Chargers team in Brazil, then you would have won that game, but you didn't. You didn't have any of the fight, which was incredibly disappointing. You could be sitting at 1-1 this year due to a variety of different factors, but the one that was absolutely in your control was how you came out week 1, and you just didn't do it. So yeah, that is incredibly frustrating, and that comes with vitriol, at least for me personally.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The vitriol is definitely warranted with this game today. Like, I don't care if I got my prediction right. I just wanted to see a better product, and I didn't get that. I didn't get it. Sorry if you don't like that, but hey.
I got my prediction right. I don't really care. I said it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna come down to who got the ball last. It don't really matter. I just wanted to see a certain thing. I wanted to see a fight. I wanted to see an effort. I've seen that today. So I'm not pissed off as much as I should be, I guess. It's the extra shit that I'll be pissed off about.
Yeah, from one side of the ball, I felt like it was a tough effort.
But on the offense, what can they do? Randy Moss not come. They can't sign Randy Moss off the street. Like, what else could they do? Who's out there? Who's out there that can change it?
The answer
if you say Tyreek's you better not bring McCall back. Like, who out there? Who out there to change it? What is running back that everybody's looking for? Who is it?
They can't do anything to bring in somebody on the offense side of the ball, in my personal opinion. They can change the scheme, but they refuse to do that.
They're not going to change the scheme. We know they're not going to change the scheme.
They refuse to do it.
So there we go.
We are on offense. We are treading water until Rice and Worthy get back in. But even while we tread water, because the margins are so thin, you can't have things like Kelce dropping touchdowns. You can't have it.
Yeah, remember when I asked y'all for the season, like, would y'all be surprised if the team go 11-6 this year? And
I wouldn't mind bringing Snead back for cheap. I'm telling you guys, Tyreek is not the answer to our problems. I'm sorry, country. I'm sorry, Chuck. Keep going.
Now saying like, would y'all be surprised this team went 11-6 this year? And
surprised? No.
Yeah, I mean we at that point right now.
I mean, I still think they go 12-5. Like that's still within the cards. If you get to 2-4, I think you can very much get to 12-5.
So after
assuming that Rice and Worthy actually stay on the field. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After we get Rasheed Rice back and all that,
that's the shit I'll be talking about. When you can't show up for a show, we can do all these silly ass comments. That should be pissing me off, bro. I don't like it.
So D-Mac, you see the 11-1 run. You see the 11-1 run after we start out 2-4. In your opinion, when we get everybody back and healthy,
if these guys stay on the field, sure.
I don't know, bro. The way this offense is going, I understand we missing some guys, but
the offense is built for these wide receivers. So these are the guys that you need on the field. If they're there, I feel confident in what they can do. Now, granted, it's not going to be dominant. They're going to have to scrape by because the defense is going to give up plays. But yeah, they can run. They can run the table and go 11, or I guess at that point it'd be 9-1. I guess technically, right down the stretch, they can go 9-1 down the stretch, especially for how easy the back half of the schedule.
My bad, 9-1. My fault.
No, I forgot what it was too. They can go 9-1. But realistically, on the road to Denver out the bye, on the road to Buffalo are your two major, like, very difficult games off the top of my head that I'm just remembering right now. Like, yeah, the Commanders at home. They don't look like a good team.
Look, I got us beating the Commanders before the season.
The Commanders, the Colts, the Titans. No, you should be able to beat these teams. I know the Colts obviously beat the Broncos today. You should be able to beat these teams if you got your wide receivers. Which, shout out to the Colts for doing so. I appreciate them for that. That'll help us, stay a little bit attached in the division. I will say this. Tomorrow night, pray you get a Geno Smith masterclass and they get the Chargers to 1-1. I'm not scared if the Raiders are 2-0 in this division. But if we can keep it within a game, that would be incredibly helpful.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, I know health is a thing with this offense. It's just, man, we don't score like how we used to, bro. And we can't keep winning this way. We can't.
Somebody playing the drums? What is that?
It's not me. I think it's something in Chuck's background. Yes, we don't score like we used to, but it's very difficult to say that when you don't have Rice and Worthy. It does. This was a team that was number one in offense in 2022 when their guys stayed healthy. They had their top two weapons throughout the entirety of the season. So, can this offense be explosive when it gets back? Yeah. If you're telling me that I have Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy in this offense, then I can do a little bit different things with the protection scheme. I can do more of the man-to-man beaters that teams are running on a consistent basis because I trust our wide receivers. You saw Vic Fangio blitz because he knew that he didn't have to fear any of the wide receivers. They will have to do that versus Rasheed Rice. The short passing game gets significantly better with Rasheed Rice. And then deep passing game gets significantly better when it's Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy trying to create those chunks. And then Tyquan Thornton is a tertiary weapon off of that. So, and then Travis Kelce isn't relied upon to do as much as he did either. So, yeah, I still think this team can put up 30 points. Like that's possible. And also, I will say this. I know I talked a lot about the Chargers defense regressing, but they're still a good defense. The Eagles have a good defense, in my opinion. So it's not it's not like they went up against Miami and Tennessee these first 2 weeks and looked anemic. So at least that's a positive takeaway.
Yeah, because I mean Cooper DeJean, he made plays today. You saw Jordan Davis batting pass at the line. You saw Jalen Carter doing his thing. I think he batted pass at the line too.
Oro Jomo, Nolan Smith, G.I. Campbell, Zach Bond, Quinyon Mitchell. Like, that's a very talented team and an excellent defensive coordinator in Vic Fangio over there. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be more concerned if you were doing this against Miami and look at terrible.
Yeah, but I know one thing is that it has been a theme where our passes getting batted down at the line of scrimmage. So I think
I'm not marking it down as a W. I'm saying that they have to get there.
Right. That's that. I can't guarantee
you have to win that game. You have to win that game. You have to win the Jags game. Sorry, go ahead, Chuck.
But at the end of the day, man, I feel like this next game we got to move the pocket a little more with Patrick because I'm seeing too many of these passes getting batted down the line of scrimmage. I
mean, how's he throwing so low?
Offense.
Because they have to be short passes. They have a choice.
I'm just frustrated.
The other issue is when guys when defensive linemen know every single snap, I don't really have to worry about the run, and they just pin their ears back. It makes their life a lot easier. Hey, man, I got stood up here. Well, I know the ball's coming out in less than 2.5 seconds. I get my hands up.
Yeah, and it's a recurring thing. I mean, I think that's got to get cleaned up a bit as far as that goes. But that being said, man, it is what it is. We on 2. It's on to the Giants. Anything else you want to cover before we get to our sponsor and get up out of here?
I thought Brian Cook played a good game today. I feel like that.
Yeah, he played decent. I mean, he made one mistake to where you remember when the entire defense shifted before Saquon got the ball and ran in for that touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of the reason why Brian Cook was late getting over here.
Yeah, but I thought he played a good game outside of that.
Yeah,
it doesn't particularly matter. Sorry, you can go ahead to sponsor.
I was mad that the Eagles kept running the same 4 plays.
They only got 4
It's
plays.
pissing me off.
Yeah, it's the offense is pretty basic, and that's
scratch. You would
pretty
have to
basic. You talk about.
I'll tell you what, the Cowboys' offense would disagree with that assessment. They picked apart that defense like it was done. And honestly, the Eagles picked apart that defense before the weather delay happened too. Harold, to answer your question, they're hurt right now. She Rice is hurt and Xavier Worthy's hurt. So, all right, Rasheed Rice is suspended and Xavier Worthy's hurt. To answer your question, it's dog. You got 15, that's a dog. Josh Simmons, the fact that he ran down that pick 6, I'll give him dog status too. Shout out to Josh Simmons for that. Creed Humphrey's a dog. Trey Smith is disappointing, but Trey Smith is a dog that's chained up right now because Andy Reid refuses to change his scheme. So I'll say that much for him. Chris Jones is a dog. He just doesn't have anybody else on the defensive line that's a dog with him. That's frustrating. Trent McDuffie's a dog, but they limited in the way that they can use him too. So yeah, to answer your question,
that's the thing, man. It's like, yeah, the roster's bad. The roster's this. But like 3 weeks ago, I wasn't hearing none of that. But now that's everybody's calling card.
No, that's not true.
This and that. Like,
are you addressing that to me or are you addressing that to other people?
No, I'm addressing that in general. It's not nobody in particular, but I'm just saying a lot of people switch up. It's like this roster ain't changed. Like I don't see why people weren't seeing these faults before. Now you just had to see it, I guess. I don't know. It's not just you. I'm not addressing you in particular, but I'm just saying a lot of people had different thoughts like 3 weeks ago. Well, and now it's all, well, they suck. They terrible. It's over. We cook. We wash. He's that. He's this. All that stuff. It's like incredible to me how people switch up so fast. And then if we rattle off 3 straight wins, it'll be right back to where it was at the beginning of the season. I've just seen this story before. Every year. I see it every year.
Well, but Country, here's the thing. I'm somebody that I was ringing the alarm bell. I would go back to last season. I rung the alarm bell. I understand that they won the games with them there. It was all cute and dandy. It was all fine. They won 2 playoff games with them, but I told everybody at the start of playoffs, they should have gone back to DJ Humphries at left tackle and had Joe Tooney at left guard because eventually a team was going to bite him in the ass for having a left side of the offensive line that couldn't function.
And they also was saying that the whole time.
But I'm just
I'm
just telling you. So the entirety of this summer, I've been ringing the alarm bell that this team's secondary pass rush is a major concern. And everybody's like, "Oh, we just gave George Kalafdis a bag. He's going to be fine. I promise." No, that's still an issue. So I personally have been ringing the alarm bell about these things for a long time. I understand your position and your frustration because, yeah, a lot of fans are up and down as far as that aspect is concerned. I'm just saying we're having these conversations doesn't necessarily apply. Scratch. Yes, they're 2 good teams. We just had one score loss to 2 good teams. I really don't care. You know what happens to bad teams? They beat themselves. You saw what happened to us today? We beat ourselves. That's why we're 0-2. You are what your record says you are. Right now, we're a bad team. So are the Giants. We should go in there and beat them if we want to be a good team. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, the thing with the Giants is this: the only thing they got is their defensive line. That's the only thing they got. Other than that,
and they can only play them all at one time for 10 snaps at most. Though, if you decide not to run the ball, they're playing for more.
Exactly. I mean, they can be had, but The problem, but like you mentioned, D-Mac, like our scheme has many issues going on with it. And until the coach staff is willing to change and make the necessary tweaks, we're gonna be seeing the same stagnant stuff week in and week out. So,
I think we're go ahead, country.
I don't know, man. What's the necessary tweaks? What's that?
Again, I just mentioned it, moving the pocket a little more for starters.
Get your wide receivers back. You can play a little bit more Brashard Smith if you want to, I suppose.
We already mentioned getting on the center, but they're not going to really do that.
They're not going to do that. I'm not even going to mention that. They're not going to do it.
It's whatever. They're just going to live and die by what's been working the entire time. But yet, it seems like the rest of the league is starting to catch up to what we've been doing over these past few years. So.
I mean, they've been caught up. It's just that Mahomes makes it so it doesn't matter for most of the time when he has wide receivers to throw to.
Yeah, and again, I said that Patrick shouldn't have to do that, but that's who the coach staff leans on. He leans on Patrick to do like 85-90% of the work.
No one said next week is a guarantee. It's a game you need to win.
He probably was responding to DJ Scratch. Next week, definitely not guaranteed.
It's a game you need to win.
I mean, it did, DG. It did. I mean, and we addressed it earlier in the show. I mean, Travis Kelce dropping the ball. I mean, that's it.
Go ahead, Country. We can wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I ain't got nothing to say.
All right, let's get to
if you take Travion Henderson, who are you not taking? Because y'all keep saying you should have got a running back earlier. Well, who are you sacrificing for the running back?
Josh Simmons. And also,
thank you. To get Travion Henderson, you have to sacrifice Joshua Simmons for that bit.
I'm be honest with y'all. Travion Henderson didn't look like the best running back in his backfield today. Ramondre Stevenson looked better than him today. And I love Travion Henderson as a prospect. Full point blank period. But that's your reality situation too. But Travion Henderson isn't changing the fact that this run game scheme is terrible.
Yeah, but also like Travion, I think he was third in the pecking order in that game today as well. I saw Antonio Gibson get more action.
Yeah, Antonio Gibson got some run too.
Which is weird, but it is what it is.
I'll take valid criticism, man. It's just the fantasy criticism, the trolling type criticism. Like, man, let that go, man. Like, we're not changing the OC. So anything you say about Matt Nagy, I'm sorry, Chuck, it's irrelevant. He's not going nowhere. They're not firing him in the middle season. They're not about to bring Eric Bieniemy. That's not happening. So all that is just noise to me. I don't want to hear that no more. I want to hear things that we can change, things that we can get better on, things that we can work on, things that we can fix, things that can get better over the year. All that fantasy booking is silly to me. The fantasy drafting pick this free agent. With what money? What money we got? We got $3 million. We're not signing Gilmore and Clowney and Zadarius Smith and all these guys. I'm just naming guys, but I'm just saying. And then when you ask people, get this guy, he's going to fix it. And then you be like, who? And they be like, well, just pick up somebody that's available. Like, no, give me a name. Give me a solution to the problem. Don't just be trolling and bitching. I don't like that. Just give me solutions. That's what I'm saying. Fix it. I know everybody clown me about saying that, but fix it. How do you fix it? Or how do you work with it enough that you can win? If you ain't talking about that, it's really noise to me. For real. And then until they get Rasheed and Worthy back, the wide receivers are going to look bad, period. We all know this, right? We all agree there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't get it, man. It's just frustrating. A lot of the talk is frustrating, and it's going to be another long week of talk and a long week of silly shit that come out of fans' mouth. And, we'll just deal with it, and then we'll move on and try to beat the Giants. That's it. That's all you can do. Next week, go out there and try to beat the Giants. But all that other stuff is irrelevant to me, bro. Like the Brett V stuff and sign this guy and we should have got that guy, but we didn't. So now what? What do you do now? You know, like I don't know, man. Whatever.
Hey, John, let me tell you something. He's not capable, dog. I'm just gonna say that he's not capable of doing it.
Doing what?
It's not gonna happen.
That comment. We need Matt Nagy to step up more in the offensive room and challenge Andy. He's not capable.
Not gonna happen, John.
Yeah, yes, man. Yeah, yes, man.
But who ain't it? Who's
I
not
agree.
yes man, though?
Andy Reid only hires yes man, and that needs to change. I agree, country.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get the
there was at least pushback
because
offensive coordinator. There's at least some pushback.
Okay, even if Matt Nagy started yelling at him today, what is that gonna change? If he started yelling at Pat, because as soon as Eric Bieniemy was yelling at Pat, you know what the fans said? Get him out of here! How dare he yell at our quarterback?
Fans are not smart.
The
fans are not smart. You see what's happening as a result.
That's what I'm saying. So it don't make no sense to be mad. You can be upset about it and be critiqued of it, but to be upset and yelling and screaming and smoke coming out your ears about it is ridiculous to me. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. I just don't get. I just don't get it. Sometimes it's more annoying than anything because it's like I don't know what fans want us to do, and it's like, bro, I don't know. It's like some things that they want to happen are just incapable of happening. It's not going to happen. Jesus. Andy Reid's not going to change the scheme. Andy Reid's not going to run 30 times a game. It's why are we even talking about that point? We might as well move on. I see D-Mac, DG, and CJ break down film every week. You could have ran there. You could have did this. You could have ran that play. He's going to run his plays, man. And bro, it is what it is at this point. You either roll with it or you roll out. I don't get it.
Oh, what up, CJ?
What up, bro?
Apparently, Joe Burrow is having his toe looked at. He could be out for 3 months.
Yeah, that shit could be long for real.
He got turf toe.
He got a severe case turf toe. Because normal turf toe is only like 2 to 3 weeks.
They got Dalton. They got Dalton Risner though, or Riser, whatever his name is. That was a hell of an offseason they had.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. The Bengals fans said they had a hell of an offseason. And then the Chiefs fans are like, man, we sucked during the offseason.
Because our fans want to make every move the right move, like perfect. You know?
Yeah, but that's what happens when the standard is raised. But CJ, man, you went to the game today. How did it look out there, bro?
Fans was crazy.
I didn't want Dalton Risner personally. I wanted to pass rusher.
No, the energy was cool. It was high, like the energy, and fans were hyped up. Even after the constant 3 and outs in the first half, which were annoying, fans' energy was still up. The defense was still playing hard. The pass rush was somewhat improved. I tweeted this out right when I was walking out of Arrowhead. Being at home, high energy, more effort, that was good to see. But overall, it's just a lack of talent up front. George has been a complete no-show. Definitely don't like the way he's been playing this year. He needs to be better. Chris is doing all he can, getting double team, triple team, but it comes down to Charles and Minihue, Mike Dana. It was good to see Aston Gelada, the rookie, go out there and get some snaps. He has some decent plays for us, but at the end of the day, we just need more gas up front. Same shit we were saying last year, so not really a big difference there. Offensively, run game was somewhat improved. I like to see us kind of commit and stay with it on early downs. Kareem had a lot of positive runs, so did Pacheco. Our run game is never going to be elite or nothing crazy, so I just wanted to be effective, and I think we did that today. A lot of plays, we got 3rd and 1s. Kareem converted a couple of those for us, especially on 4th and short as well. Pat put the team on his back when a lot of times they were playing man and back to the linebackers were to his face, so he just kept running up the field. And if you're going to give him first downs, hell, Pat, Chuck, he could go for 100 yards one day. You're just going to keep playing man. I thoroughly was surprised after the second possession. They kept playing man against Pat. I thoroughly thought they were going to just blitz him all day and force him to get rid of the ball. They were just playing 2-man. A lot of these times, and when you're doing that, we were able to step up. Shout out to Jawan. Shout out to Kingsley, Josh, Creed, and Trey. They gave him enough time to step up, and then Pat just took off. And we had a hell of a highlight of the day, even though with the loss, him running over Makuba and almost getting the first down. So that was a hell of a play to see him do that and, put his heart on the line. But overall, the offense is just a lack of talent, boys. You don't have Zay, you don't have Rashid. It's just a lack, man. Because, like, the points when times guys are open, Pat missed a couple of them, like Taekwon on a high sail was a miss. He missed Noah on that cover 2 look early on that first drive. I was so disappointed because that's such a easy concept, and it was a good read. He made the right decision. You just got to hit that throw. And the Trav drop was just the ultimate letdown today. I still can't believe he dropped that because I knew I was literally because my seat is like right on that end zone as I was recording it. I was like, bro, he's either going to run this bang slant where it's like that cover 0 hole where it's like right in between the linebacker and the safety, or he's just going to throw a back shoulder to Brownlee because I think he was in on that play. As soon as I saw Trav like fake motion and come back, I'm like, all right, he's about to throw it. And he threw it right to him where I wanted it to. And usually 9 out of 10 times, Pat and Trav usually connect on that. But today he just dropped it. So not only was it a drop, it's a terrible play because it took away points and it gave them the ball at midfield. It's just like a triple whammy. It did everything you wanted wrong on that play. So, but overall positives, I think we showed more heart on defense. The defense definitely was the MVP today of the game for me. They did everything in their power to give us a chance to win the game. Offense just you got to score right there. 17-13 is a lot different than 20-10 with 5 minutes left. Because the defense was doing their job to get them off the field and give our offense a chance to ice the game, which I believe they would have done because Jalen in that passing game really wasn't nowhere to be found outside of that deep shot to Smitty, which I expect him to take at least one deep shot. I don't never think we're going to have nobody ever catch the ball deep. They're all pro players. Smitty and AJ are probably the best tandem in the league, if not one of the best. So I'm not really mad. I mean, I'm mad that it got happened to Trent because that's our best corner, but good players make good plays. So I can't be mad at it too much. But the biggest play for me today was definitely that drop by Trav. It just took all the momentum away because we worked so hard to stay in the game because it could have got a lot worse because that first drive after the halftime, they could have scored on that drive. We got the ball back as well. So we made them kick a lot of field goals today, which I was proud of the defense for doing so, even though they weren't as talented as the group as we want them to be. But for them to do that and only give up, I'm not even going to say they give up 20, they only give up 13 in my eyes because that last touchdown don't count because the offense gave them the ball in midfield. So to hold that offense to 13 points, that's a hell of a job. Now you got to go out there and give your offense the ball back and you expect them to go win and execute. And they did that up until that point. So it was good to see the rookies out there. Noel played well. Ashton played well. Hopefully get more snaps. Definitely want to see more Bashard. But overall, I think we put ourselves in a position to win today. That's all I wanted. And to show heart and show effort, we just got to finish the job now.
So, CJ, you mentioned something about being frustrated about the third downs, the 3 down stuff early on. Country asked about solutions. You know what I'm saying? What we know the talent is kind of depleted right now. I mean, what are some things that can be tweaked? What are some solutions for you to kind of correct these things?
I said it just like I said week 1, up tempo. I'm always a firm believer of after a small play or a big play, the more you huddle up, especially with our team like this, teams can kind of game plan and motion their personnel off of what we do. It kind of game plan off us and play. And obviously it's like a chess game. So anytime I have a positive play or a big play, whether it be 5 yards or 10 yards, Chuck, I like to get right back on the ball and try to run it again. Because the more you huddle up, the more you're giving the defense a chance to adjust to us. So that would be one thing I would like to see us do. Because I think when we do go up tempo, our offense is better. Pat has a chance to read the defense. He know what personnel you're in. So it's easier for you to kind of designate, or kind of read the defense and kind of designate what the front they're in. Is it an under? Is it over? Are we going too high, single high? How many DBs are on the field? When you huddle up, you're continuously giving the defense a chance to play chess against us. And we're just not in a position, like you said, Chuck, with the weapons to try to game plan and scheme people out of a game right now. I like to get them on their heels and kind of let Pat control the tempo of the game. I think our O-line played good enough, to give Pat those lanes. A lot of those rush lanes we didn't have last week. So the fact that Pat was able to get 60 yards today, which is crazy. That's a credit to the O-line. They gave him a chance to go out there and make a play, and Pat had to, put the cape on and run another touchdown in. So if they're going to give us that pace and that tempo, I think we should keep it up. So that's my biggest adjustment I want to see, just go more up tempo.
DG, nice of you to join us, man. Give us some of your thoughts, man.
That man was chilling with his wife, and y'all pulled him out of the bed, man.
Shout out wifey.
Disrespect.
Shout out to the wife.
I went to go watch the game. Me and wifey went to go watch the game at a friend's house, but and we just got back. But I hate to say I told y'all so, but I mean, I this whole week, bro. I after seeing what I saw in Brazil, like I said, if that same team shows up to this game, to Arrowhead, they were losing, bro. And now, granted, they didn't lose in the fashion that I thought they were going to lose. I ain't gonna lie, I thought they tails whooped. I think watching from the Eagles' perspective, I don't know if I was an Eagles fan, I'd be super rah after that.
If I was an Eagles fan, I'd be scared to death because I don't have an offensive system worth a damn.
Yeah, like the
and I said this before the season. I'm sorry to cut you off, DG. The Rams or Packers will take out the Eagles. They will not be going back to back.
Yeah, I mean, granted, if the Eagles don't figure out, what's going on, but I'm not here to hate on the Eagles.
They're not going to figure it out.
They won the game, whatever. They did what they needed to do.
Unless they get a new quarterback.
So
you don't think it was a corner?
I was pleasantly surprised at how well the defense played today. I think that Spagnuolo did a great job of adjusting and kind of just, can I say this on YouTube? Letting his nuts hang today. Sorry, kind of letting his nuts hang today,
I was just very concerned about what you were about to say.
But no, I just felt like he knows that this team is not going to be the team that's going to win with a 4-man rush at each down or whatever. So it comes down to a certain point where you just got to say, okay, then just let it rip, And I think he did a lot of that today. I was pleasantly surprised at how many snaps Ashley Gelati got. I love the snaps from Noah Williams as well too. It was great to see an outside corner who you drafted as an outside and win his matchups. So that rookie today, my hat goes off to him. That was a positive for me today. Noah Williams was absolutely tremendous, and I hope he continues to get a lot of run in this defense, especially now with Christian Fulton. We don't know what his health is going to be like in the foreseeable future. The offense, man. So I don't think it was terrible, but I don't think they can't seem to get into a rhythm, especially early on in games. And I know a lot of that has to do with Rasheed and Xavier, your top two weapons. It's kind of hard to do that when your top two weapons are out. But I also have to put a lot of blame on Andy Reid today because I feel like there were times where you're not staying patient enough, especially with how down this offense is right now, especially with how many weapons you are without at this point. You're not staying patient enough. Like that the drive that you actually had to get you into the red zone when Travis Kelce obviously cost you the game. That was the one drive where you actually showed legit patience and stuck to the run on first and second down, like I've been saying, stuck to the run on first and second down, and then just take what's in front of you at that point in time. Love the mesh concept. I think that was on third and what down was that, Dion? It was like third and 5 or something like that. Or whatever, when they ran a little they ran a little mesh. They ran the mesh concept, which was phenomenal. Also, I think
the Kelce catch, that was 4th and 4, right?
It was a critical down on that drive.
So Kelce had one 4th down conversion with him in that, but I think he's talking about the long. You're talking about the long play against Cooper, right?
Yeah, that was when he stiff armed Cooper.
It was a 3rd down.
Oh, okay, yeah. My bad, dude.
That's so. I mean, a lot of what Eagles are doing was basically running man to man and just telling your receivers to try to beat them. Vic Fangio wasn't scared of your receivers today, so they blitz all the time today. Like nobody is out there, and I can't blame them. There's nobody to really fear, So when that happens, I feel like you have to be committed to staying patient and just taking what's in front of you. You've seen that happen. You get all the way down to the red zone, and then Travis Kelce, bro. I hate to say this, dog, but it's time. It's over. Maybe like I always say, maybe I'll look like an idiot by the end of the year, but you can just tell and see when the fall off is coming, and it's happening. There were points, and I'm sitting here talking to my friend during the game, and me and him both were saying like there are points where there are certain routes he's running, and you can tell he's off. Him and Mahomes don't have that same chemistry just because I don't think he has the ability to get to those spots like he used to be able to. Then today the drop was just I don't understand how you still drop that ball at the 1 yard line, bro.
That's is that a talent thing or a focus?
You're not mentally in the game.
It was focus.
It's a focus. It's definitely a focus.
Because he got open, country. He's open. He got to catch the ball. He got open.
I don't give a damn what it is. I don't care what it is. Look, at the end of the day, bro, you're one of arguably the greatest tight end of all time. Make the play.
Got to. Bro.
I don't understand.
They run that play 1,000 times.
You ran that play.
Run that shit in your sleep, bro.
Play in your sleep, bro.
Can't believe you dropped that.
And you dropped the ball. Like you dropped
hit him
the
right
ball?
in the stomach.
And it's a mental thing. The same way it's a mental thing for him stopping on that route last week versus the Chargers when it's a man versus zone and he decides to stop instead of keep on running through. It's a mental
for no reason when there's nobody in front of you, by the way.
And you've got to ask yourself, do you want to continue to play football or not?
That's my hope. That's my whole thing at this point in time. If you don't want to play, and if you don't want to be out there and really lock in, what are you doing? Get off the field. Because I think maybe I could be wrong, but I think Noah Gray could be perfectly capable of making some of those similar plays. You know, if given the opportunities at this point in time. You know,
I think Noah would have caught that ball.
Even if he doesn't, like, I still would like to see if he can.
Even if he doesn't,
you know, like, but so I think you're putting a lot of pressure right now, obviously on Pat. You know, which you really don't have no choice because you don't have the receivers to go out there and do what you normally want to do.
Chuck, if I ever see you bang and say like that again, I'm coming over your head.
You're going moving.
That shit was fucking.
Moving forward, I think that this team is going to have to, until Rasheed and they can get Xavier back, you're going to have to solely focus on being patient, running the football, and taking what teams are going to give you. If you've got a shot at some point in time, and I know Pat missed Tyquan Thornton on a couple of overthrows and things of that nature or whatever. I'm not too particularly mad at him about that kind of stuff because he's already carrying so much with this team right now. You know, he literally has to be the leading rusher. I have to literally get the ball to players that can't get open or whatever. Like nobody who today was winning their routes.
Oh, the was Hollywood from the one.
Hollywood won a few times.
That I seen. Right. Tyquan won a couple deep shots that should have been there, but on a consistent basis, nobody. Which we expect that, DG.
Winning.
But that's my thing, DG. We can't afford no mistakes because we're so limited. So when we have open receivers, you have to hit them.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm trying to scream.
Pat has
to
to play
Andy
perfect.
Reid and them. You don't have the receivers, so why are you trying to run some of the same concepts and doing some of the same things you would have done when Rasheed and Holly and Xavier are in the game? It makes no sense.
Especially like that year in 2019 when Pat hurt his knee, when Matt Moore came in for that Minnesota game. That game was exclusively under center. I'm like, bro, where's that playbook? Like the under center stuff, we do it. We've done it before. It's like Andy's mind don't work that way now.
CJ, thank you so much for reminding me because I actually forgot that existed.
Bro, D-Mac, you know how much money I beat people in on Madden back in my day when I was using exclusively under center playbook? Whenever we had Alex Smith during these days. I was cooking people, Chuck. I was taking money every week.
Whenever we put in a backup quarterback,
we go under center.
We go under center.
But the Chad Henne drive in the Cleveland. We go under center, the Jacksonville game. Why can't you do that with Pat? It makes no sense to me, bro. Like, what?
Andy be like,
nah, we don't need to do it
himself. We don't.
We can go under. We can go under good. We be all right.
That's my.
Don't worry.
Is it because you have Pat Mahomes that you won't do it?
I love how special Pat is, but all quarterbacks need scheme help. Country. I don't care who he is. Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Joe Montana. All quarterbacks are just as good.
He's so good at throwing, bro. That I feel like throwing is like in the back of his mind. I mean, running the ball is like in the back of his mind. I don't
but even today, we imagine how you run the ball, country. It's not when you do it; it's how you do it.
Imagine how good he would
so
be
much more
if
pressure
you
on the
actually
defense, bro.
ran the ball the way you're supposed to. Imagine how good he would be if you did that and helped him.
There's no fake out of the gun because don't nobody is scared of the run game no way. And who are you gonna throw it to if you fake it?
Exactly.
Who are you throwing it to? Hollywood,
Exactly.
Juju. I ain't scared of that. Putting it under center puts more of a sway on the defense. And this is the thing I'm probably gonna say too. DG niggas gonna hate this. Hey, bro, Chuck, you about to yell at me. Until we get Worthy and Rasheed back, this is funny as shit. I can't believe I'm saying this. We need Mecole Hardman, bro. I'm not lying, bro. Just the fact of having that speed threat in your offense.
Yeah, brought to you by Underdog Fantasy.
When I put him in motion, DG, when you see Mecole running in motion, ask the Niners. How did the Niners feel when they saw Mecole, bro? The Niners game, Chuck, tell me about that game. What did Mecole do? Country, I know you know what play he did. What did he do?
Shoot me if Mecole Hardman is back on this team.
I'm just saying, but like, what did Mecole do in that Niners game, Country? Tell me.
You
know what he did. When you put him in motion, you gotta respect it. That's all I'm saying. We don't have nobody like that until Zay gets back. That's all I'm saying.
Shoot me.
I think it's two things moving forward that the Chiefs are just gonna have to break down and do in these, especially in these next coming drafts. You need a dynamic running back for sure. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now I know a lot of people this year were saying we should have got that guy this year. I don't think, and as much as I like this running back,
and DG, we weren't against him. Everybody wanted a dynamic running back, but what you want me to get mad when they don't want to do it? What you want me to do?
But we still got to draft on the defensive line, and we still got to draft in the defensive backfield.
It's at the bottom.
We still got to draft. We still got to draft a linebacker if we're gonna lose Leo too.
I also think that for you to do that this year in the draft. The draft didn't fall the way you probably would have liked to go get that guy that you would have liked at that point. And a lot of fans need to understand and realize that. By the time you were picking for Travion Henderson or
your priorities and their priorities is different, bro.
Right, and those guys were gone, bro. You know, I would love to sit here.
He will if you call under center run.
If we get under center, John, it works, bro.
Yes, he will. Right.
I really question how people watch football, bro. Do y'all know what under center offense?
Then there's that. Bro.
And also,
it's different, bro. I promise you.
There's one playing right now in purple.
You can throw for under center.
If you don't know what an under center run game looks like, turn on the TV to
look what Jordan Mason's doing
and watch the purple team. I promise you will understand what happens.
And
you call design runs, the quarterback will hand the ball off.
You know what? And you know what's crazy too? You can do it in the red zone.
And actually move people out of the way and get 5 yards. And you don't have to throw the ball just to get in the end zone. You could actually just turn around
and hand the ball off.
Give the ball to a fucking running back and not have your quarterback do it. You can give the ball to somebody else from under center and have your offensive line, instead of always being on their heels, actually go and hit somebody like it's the game of football instead of synchronized swimming.
Sorry. Yeah, it's
synchronized swimming.
I know we had an episode with Jeff and we talked about this, DG. I know he wants everything to look the same, but bruh, if you're not willing to adapt to what your O-line does best, then what are we even here for? They can run the ball, bro. You showed it today, Country, and they were doing this shit out of gun. And the fans, D-Mac was funny. They was all yelling at me. Why it take so long for us to get 2 yards? Because you're running from 5 yards deep, dummy.
Yes.
If you keep running from 5 yards deep, of course it's gonna take forever to get a yard or two. If you're running from under center, I get downhill motion going toward the line of scrimmage, not going sideways and shit.
Let me show you guys something. There's a great thing called Isaac's laws of motion. If you have an individual that is standing here and it takes him to go this way and then move forward,
go that way, what do you think?
It's a little bit different than if he's standing here. It just goes forward from the start. It's much different. It's totally different as far as how much momentum he has. It's idiotic, man. I hate the gun run game as far as this game is concerned. But it's not changing.
I wish Andy.
It is what it is.
I've been praying Andy would think about scrapping that for years. But what I hate the most is that you're doing it with backs that can't do it.
They're not even fast. They're not even. Thank you, DG. Thank you.
Like okay, Jamal.
We don't have the backs for that scheme.
Cool. Jamal Charles was so dynamic enough.
He could do that.
If it didn't work, he could bounce it to the outside and pick up 5 or 6 yards with his speed alone. You do not have those guys. And I love Isaiah Pacheco to death. I love Kareem Hunt to death, bro. Though they are not those guys anymore, bro. You don't have them. So stop doing it. So get underneath center.
Help your team. Jesus
run the
Christ.
ball and do what you do best, bro. Stay patient and run the ball. You know, first, second down. I'm telling you, bro. If I was coaching this team, I'm sorry. First and second down, we're running the ball. Y'all get tired of me, because that's what we're doing. we're going to be a team that makes sure that on third down is third and manageable, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. I'm gonna 3rd and medium you to death.
Facts.
You know, because I already know I have limitations on my offensive line. My right tackle is probably the most penalized player in the league at this point right now.
And
so I
was
can't,
one of his better games, honestly.
Yeah, and I can't afford to be in 3rd and long. Yeah, today was one of his better games, but I can't afford to be in 3rd and long the way I would like to or whatever, because I don't have the tackle play to do that. I got a rookie at the other side. I got a 2nd-year player at guard at this point. I don't have the line to do that. So stick to what you know, Andy. I can't believe we sit here and call guys geniuses or whatever, and then it's just like you go brain dead in the game, and then the decision making at the end of the game. Why are you kicking? It's 3 minutes left. Why are you kicking an onside kick? What is that? Why is that the decision at this point? You're not even giving yourself. You literally gave the Eagles. Here you go. Take the game.
I said it earlier, bro. You got the 2-minute warning. You got the 2-minute warning. You stop them.
Then you go for it on 4th down. I don't know what that wishbone sweet play or whatever that was.
It was nasty.
Scrap that from the playbook. That play is ass. Get that out of here.
That's the short yardage play because we don't sneak nobody
again or whatever. You know,
that's they like, substitute for it.
The one, and then the 4th down you do pick up. What do, CJ? You go right up the middle behind the strength of your offensive line.
Reverse pivot.
Right behind Smith.
Shout out to Green for making that play happen.
Exactly. Here, you don't have to be a scientist to coach this game. It's really, to me, I'm sorry, it's really simple at this point, especially when you're down 2 of your best players on this team, 2 of your best offensive weapons at this point. Be simple, bro. You can win being simple. You don't have to complicate things, and you don't have to put so much on 15 to where he's pretty much out there having to do it all by himself and putting the cape on, bro. So I ain't gonna lie. I think next week they do beat the Giants. I'm sorry. I don't know what people were in this chat talking about. Have we seen the Giants suck today? I don't know if y'all watched that game, but
and the Cowboys look worse.
Or
the Cowboys put up a 40 ball on them.
You watched the week previous when they put up 6 points against the Commanders, who lost this week to the Packers. I don't know what Giant team y'all watching. All credit to I understand the guys on the defensive line. They got a great defensive line as far as namesake or whatever.
But they ain't really been playing like it.
If you go out there and you game plan, how I know that Andy Reid and them can scheme and game plan, you can beat this team next week, bro. Like, it's not that hard, man. I'm sorry. If you go and you lose to Russell Wilson in MetLife Stadium next week, pack the season up, bro.
Because if it wasn't for them Chuck to Malik Neighbors, I'm gonna tell you right now, them Russell Wilson numbers don't look
right. And that's like credit to Dallas.
Those neighbors, I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, escaping out of that game, but still, if you watch that game, I don't know what these fans watch that game today and are in all terrified mode of the Giants, bro. I'm not saying this is going to be a cakewalk or a win or anything like that.
It's a winnable game. That's all you say.
If the Chiefs lose that game, yes, you should probably panic.
That's part of the troll, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever gonna get fans all on board to think they're gonna win a game until they actually win a game. So until then, if somebody think we're gonna lose, let them think that, DG. Niggas gotta go out there and prove them wrong and shut them up. So.
But I do think
it is what it is.
And I want to put this out there. As a franchise, we still have yet to win in New York against the Giants.
Facts. We haven't won.
Hopefully, we check that off the list.
Perfect time to break the streak.
Yeah. So I wanna put this quote out there from the post game Randy Reed's press conference. Y'all not gonna like this one. Andy Reid said, end quote, "I'll take full responsibility for that game."
He always gonna say that.
No, we're not. I'm not. Yeah.
I'm not even getting
The post-game press conferences they're pointless. Now I don't care about those. I didn't even
that Andy
I was like,
Reid
bro,
quote
bro.
is up there with Travis Kelce saying on. I tell you
And
on
Pat
Tuesday,
saying, I have to throw it in his gut. I don't care.
No,
bro.
but
They're irrelevant,
on Tuesday
bro.
he's gonna
Same
go
thing.
on New Heights and say that I need to be better for my brothers. I couldn't give.
They're gonna
a
lie.
shit.
They're gonna do.
That's why I don't watch New Heights no more.
Shout out to Colin Saunders, man. Bring him back. Obviously, he's not healthy with the Jaguars making him inactive. Bring him back. He would be better on this defensive line than the other players that they currently have there. I agree wholeheartedly, though, as we talked about the tush push, a false start every single time. It's annoying. He obviously wants to be back. Patrick Mahomes, God bless his soul. He said that he threw the ball a tick early to Travis Kelce. He didn't throw the ball a tick early to Travis Kelce. He threw the ball when he was open. And Travis
tried to double catch it.
But this team right now does not deserve the level of leader that Patrick Mahomes is, that he would even begin to try and take blame for that play.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to hear that, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. At this point, look.
Catch the ball.
I love
need
15,
to hear no
man.
explanations. Catch the ball.
Yeah,
Catch the ball.
I love 15. I think he's a great leader, and I love the fact that he's never willing to go into press conferences and bash his guys. This was that moment to do it, bro. I'm sorry. Catch the ball. That's what needs to be. I need to hear that.
You catch the ball, we win the game.
But the difference,
17-13.
This is the same thing I talked about earlier. The difference between Patrick Mahomes and him being a leader, he didn't go out there and embarrass his teammates because he knew he didn't play a perfect game today, even though he had an actual leg to stand on. He didn't go out there and yell at his teammates like Travis Kelce and Drew Tranquil did last week. And they looked terrible because they didn't play well enough to be able to do that, to embarrass their teammates on the field publicly. No, that's not what a leader does. That's not how you show leadership on a consistent basis. And it's damn sure not how you do it after you continue to cost this team points like Travis Kelce has.
I wouldn't be mad if he stopped doing New Heights, for real.
He's not going to. He's focused on
what Jason do.
He's focused on what the career.
I don't care about none of them off the field shit, bro. Do your job, bro. Catch the ball. Run a route. Things you've been doing for 14 years. You don't forget to do that shit now.
He needs to take a long,
do your
hard look
job,
in the
bro.
mirror.
Like
we are 2 drop passes away from being 2-0.
Catch the ball, bro. It's basic shit. This is the drive everybody know we needed that drive. And the thing that's even more upset about this, fellas, is that Travis Kelce don't even play every snap like he used to. They take him out the drive constantly. So you can't tell me you tired.
Well, he was complaining about that and didn't even out and drop the ball.
And then in the first half, he was yelling at Andy, talking about keep me in there. Well, when I put you in there, this is what you do. I can't defend you, bro.
You're
supposed to be the go. Play like it, bro.
You want to yell at Jawan Taylor. You want to yell at Andy Reid. You want to yell at Matt Nagy. And you go and take 11 points off the board and take Xavier Worthy off the board in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Stop yelling at people. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if you want to play football.
He gonna say that. Watch. He'll say it. I can quote it.
I don't care. I don't watch New Heights. I don't listen to New Heights. I don't
watch New Heights anyway, but
I don't give a damn.
Everybody in there, you know what New Heights is for? It's for the idiots that clip it and put it on Twitter like it means something and say, "Oh, Travis Kelce is cooking," and then it's for the idiots that I'm not even going to attack those people. It's a nice thing that they're watching football for the first time. I'm not even going to attack those people. I'm not going to specifically name them, but you know who I'm talking about. Congratulations to you being welcome to football. But it's not for us. But I'm going to be annoyed because Travis Kelce has to focus on football. And if he's not focused on football, he should have gone and retired after the Super Bowl. He should have. He shouldn't be on this team if he didn't want to do that. Because I'll tell you what, right now, this team could absolutely use $14 million worth to be invested in a defensive line help.
Yeah.
They could use another corner.
For sure.
They could use that. They could use that money for sure. He's taking up that money.
Shout out to Noah Williams.
He's taking up too much money.
He's
taking up too much money to do it.
The rookies did their thing out there today.
I'm reserving judgment on the rookies. Omar had the nice sack, which is cool. Ashton was hustling.
I'm gonna give Noel credit because he got a PBU. Usually we don't make that play.
No.
The play that Trent made, Noel made that play. Same.
Yeah, I agree. Noel, I'm saying no. Noel actually stepped up for the role that he was asked to do when he shouldn't have been asked to do it because Fulton went out. I have nothing but a tip of the cap to Noel. I'm reserving judgment on Ashton and Omar because they're part of the defensive line being anemic for the majority of the game, even with Omar's sack. So we'll see on the 22 how they actually perform.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying
Hey,
it was.
we talked about Jalen Hurts.
I
What
mean,
about
D-Mac,
it? What about
D-Mac
Same
kind of
Jalen Hurts from last year. What do you mean?
But my thing is,
I mean, the little chatter that was going on about him.
Before the
He
playoffs
He
last year, there were a lot of
didn't do
people.
nothing to throw no water on that, bro.
There were reasons why
is-
people didn't think they were going to win the NFC last year, and we're seeing it right now. All throughout the season, until the playoffs, when really they were just overmatching. Like they overmatched Green Bay, they overmatched Washington. They should have lost. They should have lost to LA because if it wasn't snowing, Puka Nacua would catch that ball. They should have lost that game. But generally speaking,
they out talent teams. They had an amazing roster.
more
Jalen
physical than them. They can run the ball.
Jalen Hurts is a limited quarterback. We know these things.
They were like this 2 years ago. He just had a great game against us. But outside of that, they've always been a limited quarterback. There's a reason why people were asking A.J. Brown to give her trades in the offseason because they thought he was fed up with the quarterback play. Because if I'm A.J. Brown, I will be fed up too. I'm too good to be a top 3 receiver, and I can barely get 50 yards in this offense. It's unacceptable, bro. I'm too good of a player. So, of course,
that A.J. Brown catch was crazy, though.
No, yeah, because he's a dog. Like,
catch,
with one hand, that's A.J. Like,
sick.
and that's why he deserves to play with better quarterback play. He should switch. But, I mean, overall, Jalen Hurts this is the reason why we had those Cam Newton arguments, which it was a troll, but at the end of the day, they were somewhat backing a serious point. He's a limited quarterback passing the football. That doesn't mean he's trash. Doesn't mean he deserves to be a starter. But there's reasons why some people don't put him in the top 10. Yes, he does win games. You can still be a limited passer and not be a top 10 quarterback. Doesn't mean you suck. It just means there's other quarterbacks that are better than you at throwing the football, which is the job. Now, do you win? Do you play to your team's strengths? Absolutely. But he's limited. That's why I was glad to see our defense make him be limited today outside of that throw to Smitty, which I'm not mad. That's Devontae Smith. Our defense did everything in our power to give us a chance to win the game. And then we go in the red zone and do that. That's the part that pisses me off because we had the one chance, country. I said we can't mess it up when we get it. And we got in the red zone, and what happened?
By the way, that wasn't a good pass. He just threw the ball up and hoped for the best.
He just went and got it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was a prayer. That was a prayer that he threw.
That same play he did in the first half. Noah got a PBU.
Noah broke it up. That's where we came back.
I thought it was going to be short, for real.
But I'll say this. I don't think Jalen is as limited like y'all saying because I've seen Jalen put a team on his back before. He just not really asked to do that.
I feel like on his back?
On his back?
When he put a team
on his back? Yeah,
when year was this?
The year they made the Super Bowl and lost.
No, he wasn't.
No, he didn't.
No,
they
he
had
wasn't.
Amazing offensive line. AJ Brown.
That run game was the reason they got to the Super Bowl that year too.
Miles Sanders film.
Miles Sanders
yes.
had a career year.
Do you know how amazing that offensive line was?
Yards in that offense.
Yes, I get the offensive line, but bro,
that's
what the run game is built off of.
I get that.
He wasn't carrying it.
But he wasn't carrying shit.
Jalen Hurts was about to win MVP till he got hurt.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Where did this line come from?
Pat was better than him the entire year. So we argued this on the timeline. Pat was better than him the whole year. Injury or no injury, Pat was better.
Favorite midway through the year does not mean that you were about to win MVP. No,
I'm not saying
he never carried shit.
He was not the MVP over Pat.
He never carried shit. So okay, no, CJ, hold on. Was Brock Purdy carrying when CMC was close to winning MVP, but Brock Purdy was actually the favorite?
I'm only not about to compare CMC to Miles Sanders, bro.
No, I'm comparing their offensive environment. Because the Niners' offensive line wasn't as good as the Eagles, but the reality of the situation is everything around the quarterback was amazing for the run game to flourish.
Facts. Okay.
Hurts never carried a damn thing. Don't
game against
Chris McCaffrey was carrying Brock Purdy. Miles Sanders was not doing that.
You cannot have the number one offensive line in America.
Okay, that's
fine.
Have a really good offensive line.
No. Shut up, Chuck. Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, Chuck. Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, Chuck. Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. You cannot have the number one offensive line. You cannot have AJ Brown, and you cannot have Devontae Smith and say you carried shit. No, he didn't carry a fucking thing. He didn't carry a motherfucking thing.
Come on, man.
He carried shit.
Look what that run game was in 2020.
He didn't carry a motherfucking thing.
Come on,
man. I'm not letting you push that fucking
every running back that had 1,000 yards in this offense. I don't know what you want to see.
You're not about to act like Miles Sanders.
You got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. You never carrying a damn thing.
Miles Sanders is not good, dog.
I don't give a fuck how good Miles Sanders is.
It's
a running back behind that
tell you. He had 1,000 yards in Philly.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't care how good the running back is. It doesn't matter.
Bro, Jalen Hurts had like about 35 total touchdowns.
So nobody said he asked, but he don't
35 total
nothing,
touchdowns? Oh my God, 35 total touchdowns. That's amazing.
And 12 of them was rushing, Chuck. Stop saying that bullshit.
Okay, cool.
Hey, bro was like 13 to 15 for 50 yards, bro.
Yeah, 35 total touchdowns. Man, 50 of them hoes is running.
CJ, the irony is that on a third of those touchdowns, he's getting his ass pushed by the people behind him actually carrying him.
Okay.
Bro,
Okay.
I'm not here to hate on Jalen. I don't hate on black quarterbacks like that. But you trying to say he carried people is fucking hilarious. When you just saw Pat Mahomes win a freaking Super Bowl with MVS, and you telling me Jalen Hurts carried? What the fuck did Jalen Hurts carry?
That boy getting his booty played with to get Diddy pushed into the end zone and carrying, according to you, Chuck. Yeah, okay, that's funny as hell, boy.
What?
Hey, man, you out your damn mind.
Y'all forgot about Jalen Hurts playoff.
A third of his touchdowns coming from getting his ass.
He had a good run. That doesn't mean he carried. I told you that he had a good run. I said that.
A third of his touchdowns are coming from getting pushed behind by other people, and he getting carried.
Like a grown man. And the funny thing is, I said this when they were debating the rule change. Why is the strongest quarterback in the league need grown men to push him? Don't he claim he can squat 500 pounds?
Hey, wait a minute.
Pushing you. Ain't you the strongest person in the league?
Aren't you not allowed to push from behind anymore?
In college, you can't, but in the NFL, you can.
In college, you can't, but in the NFL.
It's banned in college, which is another reason why I don't like the rule, because you telling amateurs they can't do it, professionals they can.
Hey, hold on, CJ, real quick, because Chuck mentioned it. You want to hear Jalen Hurts' stat lines from the playoffs?
MVP season.
16 for 24 for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns and 34 yards on the ground. 15 for 25 and 121 yards and 1 touchdown and 39 yards on the ground. He didn't go over 2.
Okay, that was a defensive game.
CJ, please listen to me. CJ, please listen to me. In both of these games, they scored 30 points. He did not go over 200 yards total in either one of those games. They scored 30 points and he didn't go over 200 yards total. But he was carrying.
That San Fran game. That was a defensive game. I'll give you that one. But
where's the carry? 38-7. Where are the 3 touchdown games? Where are the 300 yard? Where are these games you talking about he carried? Show me where.
They won 38-7 and 31-7. Where was the defensive game? No, they just got carried by other people.
They ran the
ball.
You seem to forget that Philly's defense took Brock Purdy out the game early. And then they just wrecked havoc.
Well, that game don't count.
Exactly. It wasn't
so Jalen. He didn't carry no one. The game was over.
I give you that one. But 2 out of 3
games. The Giants game.
But 2 out of 3 games.
No. What was the? I
said that he had a good game against us. That is not how he had a game. You had a good game against us.
3 times
against the Giants. CJ, hold on.
But where's the carry?
He had 180 yards.
Oh my God.
180 is carrying?
Oh my God.
That's carrying?
That's carrying? That's a very low bar.
DG,
what do you think Pat Mahomes doing?
DG, please.
If he carrying, what is Pat doing?
DG, please. If you get 180 yards total in the game, are you carrying your team, bro?
If you get 180, what the hell Pat doing? He must be carrying
180 yards is carrying now?
That's what he doing.
In a game in which your team scored 38 points, is 180 yards total? You should be able to fall ass backwards in the 200 yards total if you're scoring.
When you get that many. And they got the ball in short field twice.
Because the Giants are terrible and they couldn't get 200 yards total.
But I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, they was running all over the Giants too. So
why you think it was? Because they got an amazing offensive line that actually carries the team.
I wonder they were running the ball.
I wonder what happened.
I haven't denied that one bit this entire time.
Hey, y'all want to hear the running back statistics from that game, bro? Kenneth Gainwell ran for 112 yards, and Miles Sanders ran for 90 yards, and Boston Scott added 32 yards himself. They ran for 232 yards from the running backs alone, 3 of them, and it still was Jalen Hurts carrying.
But he carrying, right?
Yep.
He didn't even carry.
I like Jalen too, Chuck, but
they ran the ball for more yards than Jalen Hurts had total in the game.
That shit nasty as hell. They ran for more yards than you threw.
That's cool. Y'all got
That's nasty as shit. I love Jalen too, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, I just like guys to get it done, bro.
That's what I say. I say he wins games. I agree, but there's a reason why people are making the argument. I'm not trying to make this about Jalen. When Cam was trying to say he's not a top 10 quarterback, I didn't say you. I'm not saying you suck. I didn't say you're not a starting quarterback. Do you win games? Yes. He just said you're just not top 10. That doesn't mean you're trash. I say you're not top 10. Like, we ain't got to be honest about this. Like,
he's not a floor raiser.
Look, that roster that Philly has built, they've done a great job building that roster. And I think our defense, even with the deficiency they had today, fellas, put us in a position to win the game. We held that limited passing game to a limited performance. If it wasn't for some crazy AJ catches and Smitty catches, we win that game. Well, the biggest one was the drop. That's what killed us today. But even with our reluctancy to get under center and run the football today, we still moved the ball. When it was much time to move the ball in the fourth quarter, we did it. We dropped 60 yards down the field. We were moving the ball flawlessly. Get to the red zone, and what do? Give the ball.
The game came down to one play, bro.
If we can't make that mistake, bro, we're not good enough to do that, bro.
We can't
do that,
overcome those kind of mistakes no more. The game came down to one play. Travis Kelce's got to make that catch.
You make that catch, we win the game, bro. It's 17-13. With our defense, the way they've been playing, come on, bro. We win that game.
Hey, man, I mean, and look, Chris, I agree with you on that comment. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes had the supporting cast that Jalen got right now.
He's going defeated. The fuck?
Well, he probably be fair. To be honest.
You get past that O-line with Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown, they ain't losing to nobody.
They would have to adjust that basic scheme, though, but
I mean, shit, you win it. The scheme don't matter when you got them kind of dudes on the field.
No. It doesn't.
I'm sorry.
When you can do out of the gun, and the crazy thing is, they run under center more, and they have Saquon Barkley.
Right.
We run under center, not at all, and we have fucking Kareem Hunt and Pacheco. No disrespect to them, they're good players. They're just not.
How many yards did Barkley have today? 80,
75.
Was it
75?
Was it 88?
Somewhere close.
I thought I seen 88. He had 22 carries for 88.
Yeah, I mean, we made him work for a bit. I mean,
it was a pretty tough 88. It wasn't just a.
No, it wasn't easy. 88. No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed, man. We were one. We are 2 Travis Kelce catches away from being 2-0, and
that's why I'm not as mad, because like we're literally like down guys making mistakes, and we're losing by like this country, like this.
Brazil.
We're not getting clapped. We're losing by like
I don't
this.
think we're a Travis Kelce play. I think a lot of things in Brazil.
They would have walked us down, in my opinion, even if he scored that touchdown.
Yeah. You might. Yeah. I'll take that one. You should be 1-1 today.
But
you should have. We should be talking about a victory today.
Give yourself a shot to win the game, bro.
You put yourself in position.
Oh my God, bro! You've made I don't know how many times you've made that play.
50,000 times, bro.
And you dropped the ball, bro.
And not only did he drop it, they picked it off and then got it back on the 50. You put him at mid. You did the triple whammy. You didn't score. You gave the ball back and you gave field position all in one play. I was like, Jesus Christ.
CJ, it was literally the regular season game from a few years ago. Same thing happened.
Same thing. We dropped the ball, give it away, all this thing. I was like, fuck, bro.
Another positive I will give today, man. Josh Simmons, I'm gonna love that kid for
he a dog.
He's a dog, bro.
He's a dog.
To hawk down Andrew Makuba and still make that play, bro. All my credit goes to him. I thought he played. I thought as far as his even in his offensive snaps, I thought he played a phenomenal game. There were points in times where he gave up the being a little bit to some of those edges, but that's to be expected, especially when you go up against guys like Nolan Smith and Josh Uche and those guys of that nature. Which did you see Steve Spagnuolo? You see how it pays when you have smooth rushers on your defense?
Josh Uche got to stop on a run play too. I was like, I wonder why. You told me he can't play the run. He can't play the run, but he so stopped us.
This is what I continue to get at as far as this coaching staff, and I love them, bro. I think that they are arguably they're both Hall of Famers, bro. They're both gonna go into the Hall of Fame.
They're not perfect by any means.
But yes, they're not perfect. And the one thing I'm gonna keep saying, they're not adapting. They are not growing with this game and how it is moving to this point, bro. Especially Steve Spagnuolo with the defensive line. You cannot continue to think that this 4-man rush is going to win with guys that move slower than me. I'm sorry.
That's disrespectful, DJ.
It's very disrespectful.
Jeez.
But George Karlaftis, bro, what was George Karlaftis today?
No show.
Another no show. He not accepting the challenge right now.
Give me that money back, George. You playing like a buster.
The
I ain't gonna lie, brother.
I would love to and then I thought Charles Omenihu, I thought he brought a better game today. He did force the one sack that we had, which was more number lot for Hurst to step up in the pocket and kind of collapse the pocket on that. So I'll give Charles Omenihu some credit for that sense. 95, I'm sorry. He was a no-show today. Don't know where he was at. I know we rely on him for a lot, and at this point, yeah, it's one of those things where I expect him to absorb that kind of attention. But other guys got to step up, bro. I'm sorry, Mike Dana got hurt. I was kind of happy about that because Ashton Gelati is now going to get a lot more snaps. Hopefully that pays dividends for him. But some of these other guys gotta give me something, bro. George Karlaftis has to give you something. I cannot continue to pay you this kind of money and you disappear, bro. You're a no-show. Like what planet are you on right now? You know? I don't see it. I don't see how you can be considered one of the best edge rushers in this game or whatever, and you continue to not show up at all.
Yeah.
I don't know where he was at today.
You want to know what's pretty damning about today? This is a fun fact, or not so fun fact. The Eagles only totaled 216 yards. The Chiefs only lost once when this happened since 2009 when allowing fewer than 220 yards. Do y'all know what game that was?
Was it the Eagles game or something?
Nah. It was a regular season game.
When we allow less than 200 yards of total offense?
And lost. 220 yards and lost.
A regular season game?
Yeah.
What game was it? Since 2009?
Yep. Only lost once.
Who was it?
Was it Alex Smith years?
It was that horrible Christmas Day game against the Faders.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was going to say that game.
Yeah, when you turn the ball over.
Well, we turned the ball over 3 times.
When we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
You gave him 2 EDP. You gave him 14 points.
Literally, all in your own 20.
Like, Merry Christmas, Vegas.
Giving them points. I was like, Jesus, y'all don't want to win?
Man.
Yeah, they ain't done that since.
A lot of these things that we made mistakes on today, all in all, big picture wise, I think some of them are correctable. The one thing I don't think that is going to be correctable until the offseason, unfortunately, is this D-line pass rush. We all know we need more juice. I've been saying it all summer. You can never have enough rushers. We need more guys unless they want to make a move, which they desperately need to. Unless they decide to do that.
Who would you make a move for, CJ?
Guys that are available, I'm going to go look and see.
It depends on where.
Look at some of these teams that are like probably going to be
they're
bad.
losing.
Like look at like obviously like Cleveland. Look at Miami. Look at Tennessee. Like teams that are probably going to be losing a lot. They're probably going to be top 5 picks. Look at those teams to see if they want to move off some rushers. But we need rushers bad, bro. George, Chris, and Charles ain't getting it done. It's just not enough. Which I always wanted more juice anyway, but we just need more, bro.
You need somebody that can bend, bro. This league is turning. Yeah, Clowney signed with the Cowboys.
That's ironic.
This league is turning to. You're starting to see it, bro. Like all these quarterbacks are getting athletic, bro. They're not standing statues anymore. Spagnuolo. You're not facing Tom Brady back there anymore, who's unathletic as hell. You're not facing those kind of. Drew Bledsoe's not walking through that door no more, bro. You know these locomotive defensive ends, these big guys that can't win off of speed alone or bending the corner or like, bro, please get me somebody that can bend the corner and get a sack, or they can at least create some kind of pressure to where a quarterback has to step up and your interior takes care of him. Something, dog. And you haven't had that, and people gonna probably hate me for saying this. You haven't had that since Frank Clark left out the building. And I ain't gonna say he wasn't that great at it, but
when we needed him to rush,
yes,
you rushed the quarterback.
He can at least do it. At least do
in
it
the playoffs.
Every once in a while, bro.
And you want to know what's
crazy?
In the
corner for you.
You want to know what's crazy? Frank Clark didn't exactly fit the Spags profile himself.
No,
it made it
not
work
at all
in the playoffs.
But that's what I'm saying. It's been a battle between Brett Veach and Steve Spagnuolo. You can tell Brett Veach has been trying his damnness to adapt to this league, and Spagnuolo refuses to do it, bro. Like, I don't understand it, dog. Why do you continue to get these guys that they're slow, bro? I don't get it. I don't get it.
He'd rather play the run than play the pass for sure.
So is Spags fighting for his job? I'm gonna keep asking this question until we get an answer.
No. He's brought you 3 Super Bowls. What is he there to fight for?
But what I will tell you is that
you seen the performance.
I agree with you, but they always gonna say, look at the
if this continues to keep going on, we're gonna be 3 years down the line, right? And that defense that you had in 2018 is gonna show up.
I think personally, I think Veach would be ready to let him go. I don't think Andy would let it happen.
Veach has probably been ready to let him go, but at a certain extent, I mean, you put results on the field.
I don't think Veach wants to let him go. I think he just wants him to use pass rushers. I think that's what he wants. I think that's why he gave.
If he keep refusing, if he go out and sign another guy during the deadline and he don't use them, then that's two examples.
Yeah, but Brett Veach doesn't have the power to get rid of him. Only Andy Reid does that. Andy Reid isn't going to get rid of him.
So it all falls back on Andy Reid.
Yep.
That's why I said it all starts with him.
He's the
second most powerful.
He's the second most powerful person in this organization behind him.
If he wanted somebody gone, they would be gone. That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted that OC back here, man. It is.
Well, let Joe Cullen do it.
So. He did not want Matt Nagy back here. We don't have to say that, bro. We ain't got
I mean, look. I mean, I know Brett Veach is actually his boy, but I don't know. We just say Andy Reid got the power in his organization. So,
but are
you saying Andy Reid or wait? Are you saying Andy Reid or Patrick Mahomes wanted Matt Nagy back?
I feel like Patrick Mahomes was comfortable with the guy too.
No.
Seemed like in the
I don't think Pat wanted Matt Nagy
back. No.
Why not?
I mean, look. I mean, you
saw.
He
didn't have a choice.
But here's my thing: you saw Patrick hyping up the crowd in training camp. You know, when Matt Nagy was trying to compete with the quarterbacks on the little
because he likes them.
You know, the little.
He's a good leader.
I'm respectable, yeah, but want him back.
He's a good leader.
Why wouldn't? Hold on. Why do you think Pat wouldn't want Matt Nagy back?
No. I'm saying it as I don't think that he made the choice.
Nah, I'm not saying he made the choice, but he was cool with it.
So what was he supposed to do? Be mad about it?
Yeah, what was he supposed to do? Just say no? Like I don't refuse to play if he's gonna make it work. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna make it work. He's not the type of person to be like, no, you hired this guy, get rid of him. Well, not to an Andy Reid, yes, man.
Well, I don't know how much longer he
and
wants.
So where's Doug Peterson at?
He's chilling,
not doing nothing.
Bring him back
and do what?
Nah,
be a consultant.
Nah, man. Like D-Mac said, I think D-Mac said it last year. We need new ideas, bro. We need something fresh, man.
It's that point in time when you're in this dynasty type.
Chuck, the only way you're gonna get something fresh is if you get rid of Andy Reid. So you need to find somebody on his tree to bring in. If you're not feeling Maggie, it got to be somebody else. What Kafka doing? He in New York. Right? Mm-hmm. Who else? Doug Peterson. Who else?
Fired, so.
I guess we're just gonna be stagnant then.
Yeah, so I said this last week. I said it last year. Until you look in the mirror and be honest with yourself, bro, it's okay to make a mistake, but keep doing the same thing over and over again is the definition of insanity. So until you're ready to admit your mistakes, bro, and go out there and correct them and do things differently, we're gonna keep having the same result. You keep trying to put a square peg in a round hole. What do you think gonna happen?
I'm gonna give you a wild take right now. I think Pat is the problem. Pat's too good to just run the ball.
Wow, this is shocking coming from you.
It's true.
I mean, he believes in himself so much that I can win with no run game type of thing is what he's trying to say.
Put the ball in my hand, I can get it done. People love that over my dead body game, don't they?
Yep.
Don't everybody cheer that?
He almost had one today.
Pat just said, F it. Don't everybody love them type of games?
He did.
Yeah.
And it's all cool until you don't run the ball.
You gotta live with it.
That's right.
I think Pat's used to having all chaos around him, bro. He came from it. He came in Texas Tech. It was complete chaos surrounding him every game. I got to go out there and get it. I think that's his mentality. The same thing that you love him for is the same thing that you eventually are going to hate him for.
Could be a detriment as well. And I don't think like Pat's ever the type of guy to say, oh, we don't need to run the ball. No, he's the type of guy that's like country say like, oh, if we're not running the ball, I can win the game. Just give it to me. Don't worry about it. Instead, we need to have
Easy.
somebody like the enemy who was on the step to say, no, we're going to run the football. I know you can win the game 15. Nobody's telling you can't, country. But that don't mean you got to do it every time. We know you can win games and have a drive where you literally threw for less than 30 yards and went out there and ran for 50 yards and scored a touchdown. Nobody's saying you can't do that. We're just saying you don't have to do that every time. But like I said, until everybody looks in the mirror and is honest with themselves, bro, we're going to keep having these same conversations every week. It's okay to make a mistake. Just stop doing the same shit every week. That's all I'm saying. Correct it. Try something different. If you're not even willing to make the adjustments that we're seeing, that I know you're seeing, then what are we even doing this show for? We're going to keep it's going to be on repeat every week. If you're not willing to admit you're wrong, bro, and go out there and like fix your mistakes, there's no point in even talking, bro. There's literally no point of you doing a press conference. There's no point in going to practice. If you're going to do the same shit every week, you have to change. DG just said if you're not willing to change, then what's the point of being a coach? And just because you change doesn't mean you're giving up. It's called adapting. Everybody does it.
Yeah,
And if you're not willing to do it, then you're gonna keep losing games.
I'll give Spags his credit. He did adapt this week as far as the secondary. Played Mo Williams a lot more. I believe he was going to play Christian Fulton a lot more until he got hurt. I know there were times and points where he put Shamari Connor in the slot. It didn't hurt you as much this week. I thought the safeties played a lot better today. Lot better communication from their side or whatever. I just think the main issue with this defense moving forward is that you're not going to be able to win with a 4-man front, and it's going to kill.
Not with this 4-man front.
Especially not with this 4-man front.
You could do it if you had a good one with some speed on it. You could probably do it.
Hold on. Can y'all stop, please? I love 2008 just as much as anybody, but do y'all understand that is not the way that we need to be playing football? Everybody loves 2018. It's not. That ain't it, bro. You can't do that every game.
That's a one-off.
This is the same problem that we having right now, 2018.
I'll be honest with you guys. We don't. That's how we're gonna have to win games.
See, I don't mind running that offense.
This defense.
Once we get
okay.
If this defense isn't going to stop guys consistently like 2023, so you're going to have to.
If we have the guys, I don't care about it.
Hold on, bro. If that's true, you can't complain about the running backs. You can't complain they're not running the ball enough.
Why not?
Pat is just gonna have to go out there and play hero ball. That's what it was in 2018.
They still ran.
It wasn't no concept, and they had a better team.
There's nothing wrong with substituting your.
But they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. They're going to have to score a bunch of points, and then the defense is going to have to get 1 or 2 stops, or maybe get a turnover or 2.
Which I was fine with coming into the season until we lost.
I don't think they had 2018 level. I
was like, our defense is bad. They ain't that bad. I agree.
That defense was a leaking.
They might be that bad.
No, they're not that bad.
They're not going to be.
I can't let you live off that. No, they're not that.
We'll see in like a month. I don't think we're going to be that bad.
They're not that bad.
They will be bad this year, but not that bad.
They were very fortunate today that they had gone against an offense that didn't have any answers for a cover 0 look. They were very fortunate.
No, better offense, better quarterback play will definitely do things. But
other offenses will destroy that.
I think we have better DP play now than we did in 2018, respectfully.
We'll see.
Especially
I mean, talent on paper, sure, but they're not playing like it. They can't rush the passer.
This defense has to play with a lead. That's
bro.
We have to score.
2018 was. Nah, bro. Nah, I can't go there.
I'm not saying that it's going to be that level of offense.
That's too far,
I think it's going to have to be led by the offense scoring points. I do truly feel that way because the defense isn't stopping anybody.
Yeah, I knew that coming into the season. I knew that, D-Mac. We have to score. That's why I told I'm not really judging the offense until we get Zay and Rasheed back. It sucks that Zay went down last week, which is terrible because I'm like, another season starting off with one of your receivers going down. But this offense, when you have Rasheed and Xavier Worthy in at the same time, with the Hollywood, with the Juju and Taekwon, can operate at a high level. I have no problem.
Chris,
we're just not
ain't no 20,000, ain't no 2018 Kareem Hunt out there. Y'all keep where
the weapons overall were better that year than they are now.
Hey, I don't know.
Like, stop comparing weapons.
Where are these people at?
Yeah, prime Tyreek Hill, prime Kelsey, Kareem Hunt, Sammy Watkins. It was just a
Kareem Hunt, bro. That guy ain't out there. He ain't there. That ain't the same guy.
It was a much different offense back then, bro. Much different.
Yeah,
you even had Sharkandrick West and Spencer Ware as quality backups. You don't even got that.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Offense is much different. That's why.
That's why I be confused. Like, what do y'all be saying this stuff? But these people don't exist. It don't exist, bro.
Yeah. Well,
It's gonna be rough for the next 4 weeks, man. Gotta wait till 4, get back in the morning, get back. Once we get them back, then we'll see what happens.
yeah,
Travis Kelce's drop turned interception was worth negative 7.1 points.
I
It
know,
moved
bro,
the
I
Chiefs'
know.
expected win probability percentage from 52%.
He literally
to
gave them
24%.
7 points.
I mean, the Eagles scored a touchdown off of that.
You gave away 7 and gave 7 in the same play, literally.
All right, well, we gotta go and wrap this up. Going on 2 hours. Period, about to die. But anyway, shout out to the good people Underdog Fantasy. You don't have the app; you can download it on Apple Store or Google Play. The new promo is new users. Play $5, bet $5, get up to $50 in bonus credits. So you want to check it out? Use that promo code KingdomCast all in one word. Sign up. We got a doubleheader on Monday night too, so probably use it towards that.
That should be something.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, man. Tough loss today, but we move forward. It's gonna be
just football, y'all. It's just football.
Gotta bounce back. Gotta get ready for next week. Can't cry about it.
Hey guys, the good thing is I'm sure you guys will have a great shot at trying to get a reservation at the new steakhouse by Mahomes and Kelsey. I'm sure you guys will have a great shot at getting a reservation.
That shit's so backed up, you ain't getting that bitch till next year.
Yeah. Better luck next
It's
year.
dumb backed up.
Better luck next year.
Do you guys think that Travis Kelsey is gonna catch a touchdown before somebody can get a reservation there?
Yep.
Oh God. All right, man. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on social media platforms. Watch me on Twitter. Please hit the retweet and like button. Till the next episode, we out, Chiefs Kingdom.